My notes gonna be the best. So
We are live.
yes. Hello, hello, hello. We are live. We're tired today, but we gonna make it work. It's your girl Montique Joy and Callie, who is Erica Jayne today. Um, and we are we're
Okay.
about to come to you all with the hottest tea that there is. And what happened in the world of reality TV and pop culture for the week. How was your week? You enjoy your whole week? How was it?
Slow, restful. I ain't do nothing. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, praise God.
It's been hot here. It's been like super hot here in St. Louis. So I just been chilling. Like it's been heat advisories. It's been so hot.
Woo! What about you, Callie? What did you do? Do anything fun?
Um, I was a little preoccupied this week. Okay, babe.
Yeah.
Look at Denise. Yeah, we was on time today. We went early, girl. We were just on time. How you doing, Denise? We're happy you're here. Um, my
I know Denise
weekend.
been busy with her Google mapping. Child.
Oh yes, honey, that Google map was good. That's going I got a picture of that. But I beer tended a little bit on the side bartending. I did a soul fest. It was so hot, and I'm so exhausted from just the heat. So I'm gonna try to be my quick little self, but I may be a little off today. But anyway, let me play this intro, and we're gonna get into it. Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome to Chatter Up.
Let's be clear.
Y'all let
Literally caught.
That's a Karen move, honey. But she did it. Nobody said anything about that. That was appalling.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
Yeah, was a scholar, and they having a lot of trouble. I heard on New York. I mean, not New York, Atlanta, that they pushed their production back a little bit. Did y'all hear that?
Believe it. Yeah, I believe it too. Because the word on the street is they trying to convince Miss Portia to come back.
Yeah, to come back. Portia right now is doing a spinoff, so I'm surprised they didn't say do the
I think
spinoff.
she already. I think she
She doing
filmed it.
confessionals for it now. Yeah. So you think they would threaten her? Well, we ain't gonna do your spinoff if you don't do the Atlanta, but maybe they
Ain't
think
that
her
crazy?
yeah. Well, Denise said that she did not screenshot it. She just no, she didn't Google it. She screenshot it. Well, we enjoyed it. So let's start with Potomac. Did you all enjoy it? It's kind of hard for me to remember stuff since it comes on Sunday and then it's a whole 7 days later,
Yeah,
6 days
exactly.
later.
Let me go find Potomac notes.
What happened? Other than they had that love party
Yeah, they had the love party.
and Candace showed up,
That
uh,
was
but
kind of
Giselle
awkward.
and Robin didn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't very exciting.
Yeah. I
The
did
only
have a note about that though, because Karen and Mia are supposed to be friends. But it was like they husbands didn't know each other. They really don't know each other. That it's just like that's how
they're
you know.
associates. They're
Yeah, they just met once and she liked her once or twice, and now she gonna be her friend on the show.
Oh, one thing I did want to talk about before we get to that part is that when she was inviting people to the love party, she went to Ashley's house.
Uh-huh.
Went to Ashley's house. Ashley said, "What is Sing Sing?" Because they were
Yeah.
confused. And she
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Oh, it sound good. It didn't sound good."
She
So
just
she
saying stuff.
literally made it up and admits
Mm-hmm.
that it's a prison. I'm really confused by so many groups, especially on Facebook, that
Mm-hmm.
are associating this. Allegedly, there was supposed to be something that happened with Giselle when she and her husband had first broke up. Allegedly, she sought some mental health,
Mental health. Yeah.
and they were trying to say that she's trying to cover up that was really about mental health. I don't know how a men's prison in New York is associated with a woman seeking mental health issues. It's not. And I want to be also clear. I ask people to Google hotbox. Hot
Right.
is literally when people sit in a car and smoke weed.
Every day.
That's what a
Mhm.
hot box is. It
Okay.
has nothing to do with a STD. Nothing to do. Now,
No.
a bird box does. A bird box does. And she not
Birch
only,
box?
huh?
Yeah,
Are
burnt.
you
Your
saying
box is
burnt
burnt. Yeah.
box?
Yes. If you Google bird box, it's clear. But if you go, so Karen has said that she had a hot box and that she sing. To
Right.
me, it seems like when Karen is cornered, she has proven that she would just make up something.
You
But
know,
they
she
love
said that
it.
one
Like those
time on
people love it. I don't understand.
she said that one time on Watch What Happens Live or a reunion that she sometimes makes up stuff with her stories. It's just a habit to embellish it and make it sound better. Not that she's really trying to lie, she's just trying to make her story sound better. She said that one time.
She's trying to make it funny.
Yes.
Sometimes
Right.
I just think it makes it funny.
And
Yeah.
that's the part that I don't get is that all of these people jumping on her bandwagon like she can read. You can't read a person when you're talking nonsense. That's
Okay,
not
so
read. She's
so
supposed
you she jumped somebody. What? Who said this, Denise?
She's supposed to have jumped on
Giselle
a woman.
supposedly jumped a
She
woman.
supposed to went to bed, but instead,
Went to a
okay,
mental.
let's that make that now we add more to the story.
Right.
So I had already heard that allegedly she had a nervous breakdown. That's the nicest way I could say it. But that's even allegedly because we all know that I mean a stress of just having two babies, your husband cheating on you in a public forum could stress anybody out. But that's not, it doesn't matter. How does Sing Sing, a men's prison, associate with it? I
It
think that
doesn't.
people dislike Giselle so much that they're willing to connect dots that are not there.
What's unlikable about her though? What is it?
I don't think that Giselle was kind of the Giselle inadvertently became the face of that franchise. I don't think it was intentional. Let's be honest. This was Sharice's show, and it was quite natural for
I'll never understand that
Karen
one.
to kind of take the rings. It was Sharice's show. This show wasn't supposed to be a housewife show.
No, it's
It
supposed
was
to be.
supposed to be about Black people in the upper middle class that
Yeah.
was associated with the Jack and Jill
Mm-hmm.
Foundation.
Right.
That's what the show was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Somebody sold it to them, and that's why if you watch the first season, they're obsessed with like etiquette.
Etiquette.
Remember,
Mm-hmm.
they said etiquette about 100 times.
Yeah. They didn't even get paid the first season.
Yeah.
It was just supposed to be like a Jack and Jill show. Sharice's show. Sharice bought all the women together.
Yes, this was Sharice's show.
And
And
then
when Sharice
Giselle just,
when Sharice's divorce didn't pan out with the display of it with Bravo, then it was kind of natural for Karen to kind of take the reins. And Karen just wasn't that personable. She's very guarded. She only tells you she every story she presents is so fantastically corny that it's not even believable. Her husband won't even play along. It's weird. It's very weird. And last year, I think in the last couple of years, because of the beef, because Monique appeared to be so likable, and her enemy was, or her nemesis, or whatever you want to call it, was Giselle. I think that's when she became unlikable. But if you look at network, the network loves her.
they love Giselle. They
She
love
is
her.
their company girl. In every franchise, I don't care what housewives, they have a company girl.
So you
And
think Giselle's a snake?
I don't think she's a snake.
I don't either.
I don't
I
think
think
she's a
Giselle
snake.
does what
I
she's
think she
supposed to do.
keeps the story
Right.
exactly.
She
She
does what she's
knows what the
supposed to do.
assignment is, and she does it.
And
She
if she didn't do it, y'all be like, oh, she boring. Why she on the show? She just in the bed, sleep all
right,
the time. I mean,
right,
it's like you gotta either like her for making the drama a little bit, and
right.
her shade be so funny. It's not even below the belt too bad. So I don't
I
understand why they don't like her as much as they do.
I even remember one of the fun. I think we talked about this. There was an episode. I think we did when they were over Monique's house at the lake last
Yes,
season, and
sitting around
they
bored.
everybody was eating. Giselle said,
Mhm.
"Okay, wait a minute."
We're
It was
bored.
so funny because you would think they would cut that out, but she was just like, "Okay, we got to do something. Let's do such and such." And I think they ended up doing some kind
The
of
pageant.
yeah, the pageant. She
Mm-hmm.
is the person that keeps it
Oh,
going. Ashley is the snake.
Ashley could be the snake. Y'all could
And
see that more than
Giselle
she's
would
the
anything.
do it
snake.
in
She's
your
also very
face.
likable, though, to me.
Ashley
Oh,
is. She is. People like Ashley.
I
She's
think
very
Ashley
likable.
is humble. She will
Mm-hmm.
take criticism very well. And I think that's the difference between Ashley and Candace.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Ashley has been able to, you could tell her what you said to me hurt my feelings. What you did to me was wrong. And she'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She'll,
Well, I'm
she'll
sorry you
turn a
hurt your
lie.
feelings.
Exactly. And she'll apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Candace, you got to pull teeth to get something from her. And that's why she's not likable. And I
Yeah,
like Candace,
I
but
like
I
Candace too.
understand why
I do
people
too. I love
don't
her.
like her. Because mouth is no more reckless than Ashley's is.
Honey, ain't no more reckless than the people who talk about her. In the groups,
Mm-hmm.
they say some of the most vile things, and I'm like, you sitting here talking about how reckless her mouth is, and you 10 times worse. I mean,
Yeah.
they say horrible things about her, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, what you saying ain't nice. So how you gonna dog her? I just
Right.
don't understand how you can try to say somebody's horrible and you just as worse. I mean, I don't get it. But did you think it was funny when the I don't know. Why don't anybody ever talk about Ashley's house? Like, I feel like I know she got a baby, but they only show the one room. It's cluttered with toys. It's
I
not.
think they live in like a condo or something downtown. Though I mean,
At the top
everybody
of the hill,
knows.
which is
Like
Lemon Street on
Michael
the
got
outside,
long
that's the
money.
top
Yeah,
of
he's
the
got a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nobody ever talks about her decor, her clutter, nothing. But they will talk about everybody else stuff. I just never understood that. But did y'all think this was funny?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she do
I
look
kept
like a
comparing
witch
it to
with that
little
little hook
PJ
nose.
when Nene walked in and PJ about lost her little mind, honey. Remember
But
that?
can't and Ashley gonna say, "Well, you didn't know her new face."
Oh, Callie. Oh,
Nene, remember when PJ, the first time PJ met Nene Leakes?
uh-huh.
PJ, sweet little baby, was crying, reaching out for her mama. She was reaching out
Oh,
for the wall
I
and the
didn't watch it.
gods.
yeah, I don't remember.
Lost her little
I
little
watch, I've
tears.
watched
She
all
just
the
cried.
all the
Well,
nanas.
honey, Dean wasn't having Karen, and she said it's because Karen got a new face. I thought that was hilarious.
Ha ha ha!
Yeah, yeah, they only filmed 2 rooms in her house. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
kind of
hi
weird.
That
Antoinette.
may be. They filmed her bedroom before. I
Oh,
remember.
they have.
I
Was that
remember
with
when
her
she
and
was getting dressed. She was packing or something,
was that with
and they
her
were
and
in
her
her
husband, or was that
bedroom.
the husband and somebody else while she was
That was in a
crying?
hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
yeah,
one time they were about to go out of town. This was after she had Dean, and she was packed. She was going to, I want to say, wherever they went, and she didn't take the baby.
is that when they showed the nanny was keeping her and all that?
And they were packing. No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. She was actually packing for their vacation.
Oh, I don't
And she didn't go. The baby didn't go. The baby went to the lake house. Remember, they went out of the country somewhere or something?
remember. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
remember.
yeah, and they were packing in the bedroom because I remember thinking her room, it's not fantastic.
Yeah, it's like her stuff is just plain.
Yeah,
But
it's
nobody ever talk. They just love. They talk about everything on Giselle though.
Poor
Um,
Giselle.
did
I
you like
do
Giselle
find it
talk
interesting.
with her daughters? I thought that was funny when she was like,
I
"No
heard
rappers," and they were like, "What?
that.
We gonna date rappers. We gonna date athletes." Like,
Did they really say everything the memes are saying?
oh, I don't know what the memes are
Oh my
saying.
god! I mean, did they said you have horrible taste?
Yeah.
Yeah, And man,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, she said you have horrible taste.
And she
You
said
don't
But
that
know how to pick a
but
favorite
they
one.
really
Not
used to
taking
like
away from them.
Sherman.
they love
They
Sherman.
love Sherman.
And they also said you don't know how to break up with nobody.
I wonder what
Yeah.
he's up to. That's sad.
I think Giselle liked Sherman
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
She like and Monique just brought his ex-wife, and Karen had a part in that too.
Yeah,
But
she
nobody says anything about that. Okay, so do you hear this little thing? So Wendy and Mia are going at it on Instagram. And Wendy has this candle business she's supposedly making.
hmm
Well, Mia has started a candle business. These are two of her candles. They are for sale. And
I think
Oh,
those
they
are cute.
both did. They sure did. I
Wendy ain't even started, but Mia has her company already. And she said that candles are flying off the shelf. So she did that. That woman don't care about no candles and essential oils. She's doing that to be messy to Wendy.
hmm
I don't
She
like
don't.
that though.
She did it.
Well, okay.
They going back and forth though. She called her a
I
stripper.
don't even know what I don't know why you would want to throw that up in somebody's face because being a stripper, it doesn't have the stigma that it
That he
once
used
had
to.
Uh-uh.
years ago. I mean, Nene revels in it.
Oh yeah.
If you matter of fact, if you admit it and not make a scandal out of it, one of my favorite lines is she said, "I stripped and I liked it."
Exactly
Right.
what. That's
That's
exactly what
what
I'm
I
thinking
would
about.
never forget. I liked it.
Yes.
I
She said it just
it
like
ain't.
that, and I liked it.
She
I'm not
was like,
embarrassed about it,
Okay.
but she gonna tell her. And one of the things she said, I'd rather strip than slither.
Come
okay.
Is
on
what
and
Mia told her.
come on and get this, honey.
Mia and
Nene.
Wendy, I
Okay.
don't know why they do. Why do you not think they don't get along? Like what happened?
Maybe they're fighting for holding on to whatever. What do they have? What do they hold?
Champagne glasses. They have
Oh,
champagne. Hmm.
maybe they trying to hold on to champagne glasses. I
Mm.
have
Well,
no idea. It's
I yeah.
weird to me because I thought initially that it was vying for. Okay, this is also my theory. Okay, all right. you know, I always thought that Wendy wanted to be Karen's friend.
You think? And then Karen just kind of said she's
She
not really.
inadvertently
Yeah.
became
Mhm.
Giselle's friend.
Mhm.
But Karen was that's who she wanted to be friends with.
Mm.
And here's this new girl that's automatically her friend. There's a
Mhm.
part of me that's wondering, is she vying for that spot?
Because Karen didn't accept her,
Yes.
but
Because
she's accepting the stripper.
mm-hmm.
She didn't accept my 4 degrees.
Wendy wants to be liked.
Yeah, but she didn't accept my 4 degrees. But she
And,
accepted.
right.
I
And
wonder what Karen and Wendy talked about at that lunch. Something happened at that lunch that has changed everything.
that's why I think she wants to have
Yeah,
a spot. She wants to be her friend. She wants to be associated with her some kind of way.
but why?
Why though? After the way Karen treated her the first season.
But she kept at it. That's how I know that she wants it.
Yeah.
When a woman goes on national TV to make clear that it's another woman that ignores her after a woman
Hmm.
has said that she's not interesting, and a woman that even said on Watch What's Happening Live that there was a character issue,
She did.
she wants to be Karen's friend. You can't ever figure out why people want to be aligned with people. It could be that Karen isn't more of an influencer in the neighborhood, in the community, because if you initially watch the first couple of seasons, especially as Sharice started being obviously pushed back a little,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
people wanted to align with Karen. She
Oh,
wanted
honey.
to, so because she's allegedly on many boards. Well, we know
Yes.
that she does have influence within the community, and Wendy wants to be in. Very similar to what we saw with Monique
Monique did too.
and initially Sharice.
Yeah.
There, so it could be that the other women I think really don't care about that.
Mm-mm. They don't care about no
They don't care
society
about what
stuff.
Wendy does.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that is the issue, that they're vying for that spot. Because if you listen to what Wendy's saying, she's talking about her loyalty to
Karen.
Karen.
Right. And I was sitting there, why do you care that this girl got Giselle's phone number?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you even care?
Mm-hmm.
No reason to.
And I'm sitting here
Mm-hmm.
like, so if they can hit it off just because she's friends with Karen, doesn't mean she can't be friends with Giselle and Robin too.
Right.
And Wendy, and I think she was like, I'm not finished talking. Like just the way she treats Mia,
Mm-hmm.
it's like she thinks she's above Mia sometimes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I haven't picked that up. Maybe I'm just not paying enough attention, or
I
maybe I have blinders because I like Wendy.
I
But
like Wendy
you know,
too.
I don't know. I have to
I
go
don't
watch
I
it.
don't dislike really anybody
Yeah.
on the cast. I ain't crazy about Karen though, but I
Me
don't
either.
dislike her. I feel bad for her. I think she has this desire to show how sexy she is
Oh, that
and
triple
how
crown.
great her and Ray
Well, he
are. It's weird to
But
me.
we know they're not, though. He
I know,
proven
and
to
it's
us that they're not.
awkward. And
So
it's awkward watching. And people kind of egg her on,
yeah.
I guess, is what the thing is. And all
and
I
then Bravo ain't nice because if you go back and watch, they'll show the picture of Karen when she was younger, and they was like when Karen was sexy, like on the caption was like when Karen was sexy, and
man,
then
it's
when they
weird.
were making up their bed, they were playing. Listen to the music. It was kind of like a horror
Of
type
Wendy's
music.
culture,
Yeah, and then they showed her
it could
pillow
be
that
Denise.
supposedly she uses, and it was like horror sound. Y'all got to go back and watch.
And
Yeah.
she's a beautiful woman, regardless of her age. I don't know exactly how old she is. I imagine that she knocking on 60's door. And
Oh,
she looks good.
yeah.
Wendy Mama is
Well, it
bigger
could be her
on
mama.
levels in society. That is
That makes
true.
a lot
So it
of
could
sense.
be her
And Wendy,
culture.
I'm telling you, Wendy wants to be. I dislike if anybody
Look at
else.
TNA.
Oh,
She says I
Girl,
just like
60
not
twins.
she
is
sexy.
years. I'm not gonna, I can't really say what's sexy. I'm not a man. I know that Karen looks good.
I think
She
Wendy's trying
looks
to
good
find
in the
footing. There
clothes that
wasn't
she
much
picks
to
when
read
it's
this
age
morning.
appropriate. It's
Yeah,
weird when it's not. And I guess I mean when you're when you're knocking at 60 door, you ain't got to do all of that. Karen looks good in her clothes.
she does.
She
Karen's
looks
always
she
looked
looks
good in her clothes,
good,
even before all the surgery. I don't think she got none on her body. She just did her face a little bit, but
but she looks good. Karen looks
does.
good. So she doesn't need to do all the extra stuff. And it's so weird to me.
And yes, I do think that she could be just trying to create a presence on the show because it was her taking up for Candace a lot last season. So this season, she's probably like, I want to show who the real Wendy is. I want to know I'm spicy, I'm feisty, I can hang with the girls. But I just think she's kind of attacking Mia, but maybe Mia's done something behind the scenes we don't know. And I think they say Mia and what's the other girl's name? Ashley are going to get into it.
Well, I know that Mia and Candace
Yeah,
does.
with the salad tossing, from what
Yeah.
we think they are anyway. We don't know.
Yeah, that's
Now,
true.
what would make somebody throw salad?
I don't know.
I guess we're gonna find out in
We're
some
gonna find
time.
out tonight. They're gonna talk about Mia's gonna go more into the stripper thing, and then they're throwing Giselle. And not another thing, like they always say what Giselle does wrong, but when Ashley couldn't do her shoe, Giselle got on her knees, crawl on the floor to try
Yeah.
to do Ashley's feet shoe. I mean, she does nice things for people, but nobody ever talks about that. She's throwing her a pamper party for her baby because she says mothers don't get pampered,
Aw.
and she knows that can't. Ashley had a hard time last time. Nobody's not gonna say anything
Well,
about
they're
that.
real friends.
Yeah,
That's important. They're
they
real
are.
friends when the cameras are off. That was one of the reasons why when that whole situation last season um,
Monique.
with Candace, when she had found out about Ashley's husband, she went to Giselle because
Giselle.
they are
Mhm.
real friends when the cameras go
Mm-hmm.
off.
They are.
It's important. And that's the reason why, one of the reasons why I like this ensemble of girls, because you could, for the most part, tell that they're real friends. And I'm glad that their friendship didn't disallow, regardless of what's going on with Monique, they still remain friends with Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they were disappointed with how Karen. Because my whole thing is, if you're gonna be neutral, be neutral. Don't be leaning talking about you neutral. That ain't
That is
neutral.
true.
Look at
She got.
Denise.
They did say that she is gonna bring up Eddie on the camera. I don't know who broke that story though.
But that
Somebody.
story had been going
It,
around.
yeah, it
And
had been around already.
when the season ended, That was that, and we're talking December, because if y'all
Yeah.
remember, this ended in December of 2020. They were talking about that in the blogs. I'm not surprised that she brought it up. Somebody should have. It would be crazy not to.
And Wendy had to hear it before because we all knew about it before the show even started. Like,
And they would talk about
there
her
was a
family
lady in his
hurt.
law firm. She was supposedly a white
Mm-hmm.
lady. She was supposed to
Yep.
be pregnant.
He had
She was
had his
having an
baby.
affair. I mean, like, everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what all she said. And maybe it's the way she said it or who she said it to. We're going to find out. But
Well, I'm surprised that Giselle would bring it up though. But based on the years she just
How?
had,
How could you possibly
why?
surprise Giselle would bring it up?
because based on the years she just had, I mean, I know that she shouldn't really care what Monique says, but a lot was said. It wasn't anything new. We had heard
Right.
it before for years, but to then go and bring that same type of gossip out of your mouth about Wendy's husband,
I
I
can see
was
what you're saying.
shocked. Come on, you shouldn't be the one to do that. But okay,
Yeah, she
Giselle,
always messy.
I don't want her to be messy, but yeah,
But we'll see how she said it. We don't know yet.
yeah, we
But just
don't.
the
You're
fact that
right.
she said it, she should have let somebody else say it, you think? And yeah, and Watch What Happens Live, she was saying that it brought her and Jamal closer together. I don't know if I believe
Closer
that.
together to realizing that they didn't need to be together.
Yes.
But
I thought Giselle looked good on Watch What Happens Live. What do y'all think?
She did.
she always does. She doesn't always look bad. Did you see what Isaac Mizrahi said?
Yes, and I was upset about that. Did you see what he said, Joy, when he said
I said, talk about all of them. Basically, he was saying all of them are tacky. I'll be honest with you, none of them dress great to me. Their confessionals are all terrible.
yeah,
Y'all
that
remember
is true.
talking about Karen was great. She looked like a pumpkin, and I swear there was a powder blue palm dress she had on there.
When she in the shirt that she's wearing, the white one,
It looked scooched up and over.
yeah, it's horrible. But I think the thing with Potomac is they don't have a glam squad. They're the only ones really.
No, they do.
Well,
Karen definitely has a glam squad.
You think Karen does?
Karen definitely has a glam squad. She's probably the only one.
Cute, so
And I think, I'm sorry, what you say, Karen?
Candace's dress is cute to me.
Yeah,
And
Candace
has a glam squad, and they need to stay away from men because that makeup she got with that little
the double
gold
flat shadow. Yeah.
And she is a beautiful, a naturally beautiful woman. To color her face like that looks very cartoonish. It's not necessary.
You think Giselle? I know they have makeup people and people who put their wigs
Oh,
on.
they all do. I don't think
That's not a glam squad.
Oh, I believe Karen definitely does. She got a person for everything.
Okay.
She got a person. Giselle don't. She don't care.
No.
Giselle, she dressed for comfort and what she think is cute. And if y'all don't like it, she don't care.
Right.
I know Ashley don't.
Ashley don't.
We know what's her name don't.
Wendy don't, I don't think.
Wendy might be trying to get a lot of
now.
Wendy's dress is very cute though. Wendy, we know she had a stylist because it changed her sideburn, her baby.
That was Karen. The first season, Karen did have a stylist come to her house.
But Wendy been dressing fly since she first stepped on the scene.
Wendy looks. I think they all look halfway decent.
You don't
think
so,
Joy? Like normal girls on the street.
They dress like normal people.
Yeah.
When they do those photo shoots, they may have people around them doing whatever. But I don't think. What's her name?
It's so bad today.
Denise said, "Where they been?
Where they been?
I don't know. If they got a glam squad, they need a new one.
Oh God, okay.
But to me, that's okay. I think about Sutton. To me, it ain't nothing she put on that look good.
Oh my God,
that's couture.
Denise posted a picture of Sutton when she was walking in this dress. I said, she had on this ugly, sparkly dress, with this scrunchie in her hair.
She looked like a rainbow.
Oh, God,
so horrible.
Okay.
And she stood up and talking about somebody ugly leather pants. I'm like, girl, what thing you put on? You look like a Christmas tree most days. Talking about it's couture.
Speaking of her, let's get off of Potomac and get
Yeah,
over
we
to the
about to get
truth.
on Beverly Hills. Okay.
Was
So
that it? Yeah, that was it anyway.
that's all
I
that
think
had. That's all I
so.
had in my notes.
Okay.
Yeah, Sing Sing, the daughters. Oh, Chris managing Candace, but that really ain't nothing. That's the only thing we didn't talk about. Which I think we can talk about that later because they gonna get into it.
Okay.
Um, so let's go to Beverly Hills. All right. So I don't even know where to start in Beverly Hills because
It's a short topic today. Short
it's
topic
a hot
because
mess.
I don't
Okay.
everything's
know how it's
innocent. Mom
possibly a
did not
short
go
It's
down
topic.
the
a
cliff.
short. Get Denise got her notes. She
Denise
ready.
got notes, clip
Ask us
art,
a question, Denise.
recordings.
What question you got? My
Denise, ask us a question.
I
Because
just
I could tell you that was the most fantastic. That story about the accident, I was watching that like, first of all, it's Lisa Rinna mentions the accident.
right.
And from that, she was like, what I didn't tell you was.
This
I'm
is
like, and then she tells this fantastic story. And
about
I'm
a
sitting up
cliff,
there like, oh my God.
about a
This is the
cliff, a
most
squiggly driveway.
I see
Do
a
you see
hill.
any
I
of
don't
that?
know what
Yeah.
y'all can't see.
that
Where
he
you
The
was
hill
see
is
it?
right there. Denise, did you alter the map?
What a squiggly line. Girl, that man ain't fall out. Okay, first of all,
I see. I still see his bone
let's
particles right
somebody
there.
paraphrase the accident.
because I wait a minute, I posted with this one.
Come on, paraphrase it.
I don't understand how this man. First of all, what kind of car he drive? Because if most cars, and I'm sure, because my car would do it. If I have an accident,
Mm-hmm.
and I know his car costs more than mine. I have
He
an
likes
Infinity.
classical
I
cars. They
have the
didn't
S.
have the
It has
STAR team back then.
SOS. If anything happens to my car, it's calling somebody for me. There's no way this man
Mm-hmm.
had this accident and
Was
was
he
unconscious for 12 hours, rolled down the cliff. Either he rolled
ejected?
down or the car rolled down. I don't know which one because she said it go both ways. Broke his ankle, his hip, and his clavicle,
He
and
was ejected from the car.
ejected from the car. And then he was back at work because he's 85 and he didn't go to no kind of occupational therapist, no rehab, no.
Okay, so what is hard to
If
understand
a
about
man
that?
is
The man
unconscious
has
for
dementia. He
12
forgot
hours,
he even had
why
an
did he call
accident.
Erica in a car and didn't call 911?
What, the car has a car, and if he's unconscious, how he calling somebody? First of all, if you unconscious for 12 hours, this is when he got from being
Okay,
unconscious.
when did this happen? About
2017, and they
so
went
in
back and they're
2017, he was still driving his classic Chevy from
oh, he had a plastic Chevy with
1972.
no SOS. Is that what you're saying? You believe this for real, Callie?
Why didn't he have rehab? Because he has dementia. The
So no, in
medicine's
2017
playing.
he didn't have dementia.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did, Callie. So he didn't go to rehab because of dementia. So he just walked on that ankle.
He
He just didn't.
forgot.
He forgot it hurt. And then okay, so Erica's telling this story, and look at these reactions of Dorit. She's like,
Okay.
sitting here like, really, Erica? I gotta find what somebody said about it because I was sitting here like,
You know, here's why Dorit looks like that, though.
why she look like that?
Dorit looks like that because who's her husband? PK.
PK.
fell down that same hill. She still ain't admitted it to nobody yet. He fell down there too when he heard that her name was a part of the little lawsuits that of men she hadn't even met before. The same thing happened. How come none of y'all making a fuss after she admitted what happened to her? Her
Because
name
it was
wasn't part of
widows and
all those
orphans, and
lawsuits.
Dorit didn't say that we couldn't talk about it, and Dorit ain't threatening people for asking her questions.
How do you know
Oh,
y'all ain't
Erica is.
questioned her? Y'all go in on Erica Jayne like she is the one that sat there up
Look
in
at this.
court and why you gotta show that picture?
Look at this.
Why you gotta show the picture of
Look at that.
that
Like,
lady
really?
looks like Stevie J right there.
How's she gonna go off on old poor
Look
little
up that
Slim?
picture of Stevie J. Child.
I'm sitting here. So why he didn't go to rehab, Callie? Answer that for us.
I did answer he has dementia. He forgot.
So he forgot to go to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's another picture. Oh, I need to post this. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this. This is a good one. This might be
Denise,
where your This might be the switchback Callie was looking for. Hold on. So what did
Joy's
you think
awfully
about the
quiet.
story, Joyce? Tell us your thoughts.
I mean, I think that girl is. I mean, I wanted to believe her
Y'all have
because
not
my
wanted
whole
to
thing
believe
is,
her.
I couldn't, I couldn't in my. It would make sense that a very powerful man wouldn't share his financial details of his job with his wife. I had no problem with that.
You
Yeah,
said you had no problem with that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
have no problem with that. I mean, Erica, the other girl, Dorit, said the same thing. Ain't no man that's that rich and powerful coming home and laying out the details financially to his wife. It's just not going to
That's
happen.
just yeah.
In trouble or not, or fantastic. I mean, he might discuss his wins, but he's certainly not going to tell you his losses all the time. But that's neither here nor there. For her to sit up here and try now to create this narrative, in my opinion, of him, of all of these things you were hiding all of a sudden, and now you want to vomit this information. It doesn't make sense to
And
me.
right.
Right. So why do
That's
you
the
think she would
issue.
do that? It
Because
makes
at
no
first he
sense. So what would be the benefit of her to do that? Why did
to
she do that?
to gain sympathy because
yeah,
she
it's
knows that
How is that
it,
giving her sympathy? Because it
because
happened
there's a
to
lot
him.
of heat on her. But you have to remember that as these details start to come out, people are pointing a finger at her saying that she is in with her husband. So now she's trying to present how she's not associated with him. That's the
But
issue that I have. You
okay.
would almost do best by not saying nothing and just say, like most people would say in the middle of a lawsuit, is that I can't discuss it right now. That this
But
okay.
is
Joy,
bad. I wish it was different. But now you're coming up with these
These
fantastic
crazy
stories.
stories.
but Joy, lying about a car accident that this man had 3 years ago doesn't benefit her.
It
Because she
actually
did
does.
say
It creates that
No.
narrative that, for one, he has dementia.
right.
Because you have to remember that this is all for him. That she's, if you believe, or the narrative is her and Tom conspired because they know that the IRS or whoever's coming after them or the lawsuits for money. So I'm going to give you $25 million to keep away, and then I want you to divorce me.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, we'll at least have this $25 million.
Look at Montique, hot mess.
That's real talk. And if
Denise said
that's
if
the
he's
narrative.
experiencing this and hearing this, why not get him help? Denise, she said she could tell the man over and over again what she sees is wrong, and he would not listen to her. She said that on the show too.
But a
What I
doctor
am
can do it.
experiencing from watching this show and then hearing the comments, Erica can say and answer every question everybody has asked, and the only thing people bring up is what they want to hear, which isn't anything that Erica is saying that answers the question.
Okay,
And
well, answer this question.
she claims that she left in the middle of the day. Nobody, no cameras could be seen. He didn't know she was leaving, and she just left. And there's been accounts that saying that the house that she's staying is Tom's friend's house.
Okay.
But she didn't know. And
But,
Tom didn't tell you.
but Tom didn't know.
Maybe that's
Okay.
his dementia. He
What's
forgot.
wrong with that? Why do you think that we do know that Tom has dementia? We doubting that, or what? What are we saying here?
Okay, so
So
say this,
Do
Callie.
do
Tom
we
has
believe
you're
dementia,
that, or
gonna
we
right?
don't
run
believe that?
Listen,
away from your husband. You don't go to his friend
you
for
don't go to his
consent.
friend.
Y'all stop.
No,
Stop. Come on.
she needs to stop.
He
She
needs to
okay.
stop.
So say
Tom
okay.
needed to
So
stop
Tom, okay.
years ago.
Okay, so Denise said she had to do it for her mother. You can do it. Your doctor, if he is so bad, his doctor's gonna know and
Mhm.
say somebody needs to take over his life, help him out,
Right.
become power of attorney. Even if it ain't Erica,
Yes.
it could have been
Okay.
somebody else. I mean, if they could do it to Britney Spears, who's in her 30s, 40s,
Do we
they could do it
know?
to 80
I
some
mean,
year old
do
man.
we know? Do we have conversations we can bring up about the doctor? We don't even know if that has been an option.
Yeah,
Has he
they
even
put.
been there before now? Before recently? We don't
She didn't.
know any of
Her
that.
husband didn't go to the doctor.
Huh?
What about his rehab when he had the wreck? He didn't go to the doctor.
I don't know. My
There's
point
no
is we don't.
way he did not go to the doctor.
Okay, Monty, do we know?
He broke his ankle and he's 80. You
Monty.
have to go to the doctor.
What Antoinette just said. The problem is she hasn't said anything up until now. But
That's
for
why, yeah.
sympathy, you're gonna run him under the bus.
And that's what she's
That's
doing.
what it appears to be.
Like,
It's
he's
contradicting.
running her under the bus.
But it's contradicting because she's like,
He's
he
throwing
didn't
him
see
under.
me on Chicago. He helped pay for this shit and he didn't even come see me. Well, he blind, baby. Why he
so
gonna come
cute.
see
I've
you on
never heard
Chicago and
Monty
his ass
curse
can't even see?
before.
You say he blind. You say he got dementia. He ain't gonna remember you on Chicago stage. Why you mad he didn't come see you? She is making up stuff as it goes along. And I ain't mad at her because I be trying to get out of it too. But just don't say so much because when
I
you
would have
lie
not
and
said
just add and
anything.
add and add, because I'm gonna tell you, when she was crying and her mascara was running, I was like, I think I believe her. I really feel sorry for her. I almost shed a tear for the lady. And then the next week she gonna come with this story, and I'm like, you done lost me again.
There's no way that somebody that perfect would get mascara that runs. I just don't believe it.
You won't. Yeah, his law firm would have intervened. That's why I mean, like, I just don't understand.
What have they said? What have we heard from them?
No, if he was so dementified and couldn't see and have
what? What have we heard from this other law office?
and you gonna somebody with dementia handle your finances. So I'm sorry. I ain't let nobody with dementia handle my finances.
Let's discuss this other law firm. What have we heard from them?
And this is also something that's very clear. Somebody with dementia was also able to push back for a couple of years with this scheme. Because if you watch the Beauty and the Housewife, if you watch that, he had to keep these families at bay for years. This wasn't a situation that just happened yesterday. He had to continue to think, oh, money is coming this day, or sending him letters. Oh, I got this. This was a constant thing. Somebody with dementia would be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Or
there's no way.
There's no way what?
That he could have ran this scam with by himself.
And keep these families at bay. Still win lawsuits. You have to remember that this lawsuit that he won with the airline in Indonesia, whatever. This wasn't 10 years ago. This was like 2017, I think.
So you think the one running her mouth is the one that helped him with all this instead of those people?
No.
That's not what we're saying.
No. I'm very clear that I have no doubt that by alone he schemed these people. I believe that.
Oh yeah.
So what are you saying then?
Had anything to do
so with what are you saying?
I'm saying that at some point he knew that he was in deep doo-doo. Okay. And at some point he went to Erica to funnel money. And she agreed. Maybe he didn't even tell her what the money was for. He could have lied to her initially about where the money, why he was giving her the money or what it was for.
So then she was not agreeing to a scam.
I don't think she did. Kelly, we had never said that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
At some point, she knew.
In 2019, she knew.
She was getting lawsuits in her name.
Yeah.
At some point, she knew.
Okay.
Even what's her name just said that she was getting sued in lawsuits that had nothing to do with her. With a guy she had never even met before, associated with. So I can believe that somebody that famous would also try to link their wife, especially if they're famous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But you at some point has to be able to say, well, what is this about?
Okay. So listen, let me go to what I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
We have heard you guys bring up Erica Jayne in every single part of this. Where's the other attorney?
We're not gonna hear about what the Keys people. They not gonna say nothing.
Okay.
They ain't gonna never say nothing.
Well, the one attorney that he kept saying that was executor over these accounts, if you he was the only attorney that I know of that was associated, that was a part of this scheme,
Yeah, I don't think.
particularly with those first families. That particular attorney said he didn't know nothing about this.
Yeah,
You have to remember this lawsuit happened to a bunch of families. Only a handful of them allowed him to hold this money.
Right,
yeah,
right. I get that.
So it
But
wasn't
when you're thinking about Tom scamming these people over the past 20 years,
Mhm.
and you say somebody had to have known, ain't no way he could have done all this on his own. Maybe he did funnel money through Erica, and maybe he didn't explain to Erica what it was, but somebody had to know. You don't think these attorney partners knew? But you believe Erica might have somehow knew and didn't really understand.
she did know. She knew when they deposed her
Look,
from
at
court.
some
When
point,
they told her to go to court in the subpoena, she
Okay,
knew.
great. So what about? So
Yes,
you
that's
think Erica is more
and the
guilty
problem
than these
is
attorneys
Erica, and
that
one
have
of
been
the
in
problems
business
that
with him all this time?
no, one of the problems that Erica is having, that she
Child.
doesn't, she's so tone deaf about, is that while I'm sure Tom made real
I
money,
got my leg hurt.
he made some real money on all these lawsuits. He made a percentage. So he
Yeah.
made some real money, just like she made her own real money. The problem is Erica wants some of his money.
That ain't him.
If Erica had, if I was Erica, if like real talk, Erica, and I would say from 19 on up, 19, 20, and 21 has made some real money with housewives. I'm sure she's done some endorsements.
You got endorsements.
Probably done maybe some speaking or
Mm-hmm.
those party engagements or something of that nature. She could do an outline amount of money that she made. If that's the money that she was going after, hands down, I could 100%.
How do we know it's not the money she's
It's
going
not.
after?
She
not because she
we
asked
showed
the
you.
court. This is how we know. She
Yeah.
asked the court specifically to allow her to get her divorce settlement first
before the victim.
before the victims.
First.
Fact. This isn't me making this up. This
Fact.
was literally in her court case. And we already know, according to her lawyer who tried to back away, now he's back on board, it was clear that he said she's been hiding money from him. Those are his words, not mine.
It's right here in this lawsuit thing. Erica
That's awesome.
objected to the
So
family
now,
receiving it
was Tom
because she wanted her share first.
Okay, yeah.
So she's not just trying to take what she earned.
Okay, I get it. Was Tom Girardi the only attorney collecting money from this?
Yes.
I don't know.
And he was the one that was supposed to pay out the other attorneys?
Well, see, just because you work for a law firm does not mean that you all handle the same cases.
Well, I get that. But
yeah, so
this
was just the Tom Girardi's cases. They froze everything that dealt with these cases. All that funds.
So when you're a partner in the firm, though, doesn't the money from that case still go to the firm in some amount?
It should.
Okay.
That's why the firm is no longer.
I'm sure there's a firm anymore. I'm sure as an attorney you get so much, and as a law firm.
Yeah, they close the entire firm.
And so other attorneys might also help do whatever it is they need to do.
Yeah, but they don't work anymore. They close the firm. Like they getting their due. They're just due. And they should be able to figure out what account, because they should have. That's why you have accountants.
It goes into an escrow account.
Yeah, for the firm, and they should be able to break everything down.
Yeah,
with accountants to see how much Erica made, how much Tom made, how much the firm got from these lawsuits, and they all need to get these people their money.
It just sounds like you guys, with Denise being the leader of the pack, Denise, that you guys are really excited to throw all this Erica's way, no matter what else is going on.
What did we throw her way? Name me something I threw her way.
Everything.
Go ahead. Name me two things I threw her way.
The leader of the pack, Denise. Did y'all hear Erica invested $5 million into Lisa Rinna's lipstick line? No, we didn't.
I heard that, but I don't know if I believe it.
Lisa gave $5 million. I mean, that Erica gave Lisa $5 million to hold for her. We didn't hear it was an investment into her Wet and Wild Lipstick
So what is
Foundation.
she
No.
holding it for then?
And wow.
Yeah, it is some lip stuff. What is she holding it for though? Why does she need Lisa to hold her money
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard
instead
all
of
that.
an accountant or a investment person, or what is
Because
I
Lisa
don't know.
renting
she's
with no
funneling
interest?
some
Lisa
money.
ain't giving her no interest on the money. She ain't putting no
And
stocks,
Lisa
no
been trying to
bonds,
make
no.
up in
You
stores for
gonna give it to Lisa
years.
But
Renner?
you can trace that.
Yeah.
It seems like she's fundling
That's
money.
Well, yeah,
She
that's what I was
wants
about
to
to
come
say.
out. Look, I ain't even mad at her, but she wrong.
she
And
wrong. I ain't
you've
mad at
been
her. I
married
was
to
trying to.
somebody for
Yeah.
20 years. You don't want to be broke in the end. I get
Mm-mm.
it.
Yeah. No,
Hands
no, no.
down.
Listen,
That
listen to
don't
what I'm
make it
saying.
right.
On
I
that part,
get it.
listen.
She didn't do nothing wrong. She didn't steal from nobody. I'm with
On
you.
that part, when we talking about Lisa Renner, my thoughts on that is Lisa been trying to do makeup, cups, clothes, everything for 30 years and they never got it right. So when I hear that Erica gave her $5 million, I
What?
believe that is more fraudulent than anything I
Yeah,
hear when
that
I hear
is.
her name with Tom.
But I want to know what I have thrown on Erica. You said we keep throwing stuff on Erica. I want to know what I've thrown her.
Oh, let me go. Let me go open her
I
text
know
messages.
I throw on her that at some point she knew
That's all I've
that
ever said.
man was in
Okay, well
trouble
then there you go.
financially.
Then you answered
And
your own
even if
question,
he came
Martini.
to her and was like, "Hey, baby, put this in your account," and she thinks you getting over, I could even
Yeah,
believe it. You think you getting over? You like, okay,
I
okay.
put
But
my
at
account.
some point, she knew this. I was going to say this
Well, there you
anyway.
go.
This dude stole from
You
somebody,
answered your own
and
question.
she knew at some point. My
Well, there
point
you go
is,
then.
and when you know, you have to
You're on
say,
top.
well,
You're in
dang,
agreement.
I don't want my money mixed up with this. Let me lend you this money back.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get them people that the victims, the orphan and widows, they money back. I'ma live off my shoe dazzle, my housewives of
When's the
the.
last time you ordered something from Shoe Dazzle?
I ain't buying them shoes. Uh, that part. But she got some people buying Erica Jane shoes. She's got well,
Shoe?
Rihanna dropped her, but she did make money from that.
What'd you say,
Um,
Joy?
I didn't know she had a shoe line.
yeah, she has shoe dazzle with shoe dazzle. Yeah. She did the Broadway thing. She has housewives. She's
But
got to be making, I
she
would
got a
say,
source of income. Yeah.
not a good income.
Yeah.
She did all the gigs because gay people love her. Like she does private shows for them.
Yeah.
Erica Jane.
Mm-hmm.
She could do a residency in Vegas, make us some money. Erica has the means to make this money back. These people who are burnt or who don't have husbands or kids or stuff who died on that plane, they need their money. That's the only thing I have
Yeah,
ever
so
said.
I don't think I've heard one conversation that says them people don't deserve their money. I don't think I've heard anybody disagree
I
with
would
that.
hope not. But Erica don't think so because she want her part first. Ain't no way. It ain't even his money. How you gonna take something that ain't even his and say you deserve it? When those people, it's their money. That's what I'm saying. I would be cool with her if she just took what was hers and kept it moving. She
Mm-hmm.
can make it. I feel like Erica's got the means to make it. She's and people still like her.
Really?
People love a
Who?
scandal.
Just
She
me?
ain't gonna. People love a scandal.
People want her fired. People
What
are not buying shoe
people
dazzles.
want Giselle
I
fired.
think
They
that
want
yeah, that's true. But
Monique
I do
fired.
think
They want Candace fired.
No, but
Like,
those people haven't allegedly taken money from Jamal's 10 kids.
but
Come on
they
now.
want people fired all the time,
Yeah,
and
but we are talking.
I'm happy nobody don't
The
want us
fact is,
fired.
though,
I'm like,
we're talking about different situations totally because Tom, he is taking from people that have lost family members.
but
You know
that
what I
yeah,
mean? It's a different. We ain't talking about Jamal and them. I mean, Jamal got beautiful kids out there. Have you seen his daughter that
yeah.
just
That he got
graduated
a
from
pretty.
college? We're
I
talking
don't
different
think they fire her.
situations.
They're not
So
gonna
I
fire
get why people are angry. I just think that there's a lot of I ain't even gonna argue about the people that are missing out in this situation. That's not my fight. I don't have nothing to disagree with on there. My fight is for Erica Jane.
her. You
So
fight for her, girl.
we can move on. Erica's free ever
You
mention.
fight for Erica. I'm gonna tell Erica to call you so you could be her advocate, her witness coordinator advocate.
You
My
know
friend
what?
does that
I
for a
just
living,
looking
and
at
you
this
would be
picture
good
of
for her.
Apollo Nida on his fans only page. Wonder if Erica could get a fans only page.
She probably got one. She can pat the
No,
puss
she
all
doesn't,
day
because
long on
Aubrey found it
OnlyFans.
and told me.
Go pat the
She
puss,
can't do
Erica,
that. She's
on
scared she's
OnlyFans.
gonna be poor.
I don't.
Antoinette, honestly, yeah,
yes.
She is.
Yes,
She's scared
I
she gonna
bet
be
that's
poor.
very
And
true.
I get that. I can even respect that, but you can't take
You fight
your
for
husband. You
for
married
years.
a guy that wasn't a reputable guy.
What's FR?
For real, for real. You fight for her
Oh,
for
is
real,
that
for
for
real.
real? For real?
You need to be her PR person. You do, honey, because you will spin
I
a
might
story
need
for
to
Erica Jane.
co-understand the fur.
The fur. Erica,
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wait to see because I will say this. Sutton was crazy with, and I feel like even when
Sutton's still crazy.
Sutton and Crystal, they went at it. But when Erica go after Sutton, Sutton ain't gonna do nothing. They
Who
scared of
comes
Erica.
from
Why y'all
poor?
think they scared of Erica?
You think they are
I
scared of
think
Erica?
I don't know so much that they, first of all, Erica act real hood that day. I wish she had done that to say fancy. What's her name? I called her fancy. What's her name?
Who?
Uh Garcelle. You know her name was Fancy on the Jamie Foxx.
Oh, Jimmy
That's the
Foxx show.
one
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah. She ain't gonna do
the.
that to Garcelle.
She wouldn't do that to Garcelle.
Fancy ain't gonna have that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but she Sutton is a little timid little thing. Erica Jane is
Oh,
a bully. I don't know if she's a bully per se, but she is bagged in a corner and she fighting like a psycho.
like a chihuahua in a corner.
She's fighting like, you know, her life is dependent upon it.
Because it is.
Well, I don't think her
It's
life is
dependent on
dependent
it.
upon it.
It's
Her
not.
lifestyle is dependent upon it. That's the
Okay, that's fair.
No, yeah,
she
you
ain't
marry a man
that
20.
ain't that ain't isn't even I don't think in the equation, but she's trying to maintain a lifestyle.
Yeah,
You know that
yeah,
she
she ain't gonna
does.
mess with Garcelle. She knew to mess with Sutton. I
Yeah,
don't even think she would acted that way towards Cal because she knows Cat or Kathy because of where their status. I don't think she would.
they need to give her whatever they have a
And
dime.
then another thing, Sutton's divorce. Sutton got money in her divorce, so she probably mad at Sutton because Sutton's divorce was totally different from her divorce.
And
So
Sutton got $2 million.
but that's more than Erica gonna get.
Well,
Erica
she
gonna have to
got
pay
two
about
million.
5.
You said 2 million.
that's what I believe I read. Yeah.
Well, she got part owner of a baseball team, and
She got some.
she
Sutton
got
got owner of a baseball team.
yeah, she had a huge portfolio. She mentioned it in
Yeah,
something. Remember, I don't know if it was on Watch What's Happened Live or
No,
something.
I don't
But
Sutton
listen to
got
that.
somebody
money, money.
asked her about it. She said, "Yeah, her portfolio is vast. She's part owner of. I can't remember what the name of the team was, but
That's good.
Sutton
with
just
her,
bought
But
herself
I
a
thought it was
Bentley.
really interesting when she was talking about her mother, and her mother said they were talking about her dad that committed suicide,
Yeah.
and she said, "Mom, I just want you to miss him." And Mom
Mm.
said,
I don't.
"I don't miss him. My relationship, my feelings are different than yours." And
He
I
must
thought
have
that's
been a
pretty
terrorist.
doggone.
He must have been bad.
Well, they ended up putting him in the hospital or something, didn't they? Like
I,
he had issues,
yeah.
so he
This
probably
I didn't hear
mistreated
about
the
the hospital
mom.
part. I would imagine
Yeah,
if
they
you're at the point of
something happened with him.
suicide, yeah, you might have like,
You agree with the
yeah,
mom?
I do too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Joy, no, you're right. If she said she owns part of a baseball team or something, yeah,
Sutton
she's
is
definitely
rich.
richer.
Yeah,
Her husband might have left her with 2 million, but
she had a lot of stuff. She said, and I own. She listed off things that she didn't even
Mhm.
know she was part owner of.
now
Yeah,
why would she do that? She did that on the show.
yeah. Somebody said I heard, and I want to say it was Andy. He was like, I heard you're a part owner of such and such a team, and she said, yeah. When I divorced my husband, my portfolio is such, and then she started. It was a couple of things that she named. I couldn't tell you what they were, but yeah, sudden she made away pretty good, considering that it was so long,
Look at Antoinette.
and her ex husband wouldn't allow that to be a part of the show. That's
Mm-hmm.
why Sutton wasn't on the show because she auditioned many,
Yeah,
many, many, many years ago.
and Sutton didn't get her. I think they hold a diamond. She didn't get her diamond until this year because of that. She couldn't show stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sutton's got money. I mean, she just bought herself a Bentley. She was renting the house out for
I
twenty
think it
thousand
was
dollars a
the
month
children too. She couldn't
while
show the
she was
children.
building a house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And she's showing them now, right?
they're
yeah.
adults.
Now she is. She's showing them. They
They're
can go on the
adults.
show now.
They're over 18 too.
She can show the ones that are over 18. I think she still has one that's under, and
Yeah,
she
she
didn't show that one. But okay, so what else I have for Beverly Hills?
Oh,
I like Kathy with that dang on hard bread. Did y'all see Kathy with the bread? And she
yeah.
was making music.
What
Kathy is
happened? Kathy, what?
when she was making music with the bread. Did you
Oh
see
no,
that?
I missed that part.
Yeah.
Um,
Huntsville.
do you think it was responsible for EJ to buy a Range Rover? That's probably a cheap car to her. In Beverly Hills, a Range Rover is cheap. That's why I'm saying I know Tom's car. If my Infiniti were SOS, if something happens to me, I know Tom's whatever will probably call the people, have a helicopter come, drop it down, get the emergency vet people to come. His car would have told he had this wreck. If a 80-some-year-old man is unconscious for 12 hours, I ain't gonna say what
What
I
you
want to
trying
say.
to say, Monty?
I ain't gonna say what I want to say about when him being unconscious for 12 hours. What would likely happen to him? That just that don't make sense. Callie, you gotta say what part of the story did you believe, and then we're gonna move to Huntsville.
About the car?
Yeah,
I
about the
believe
crash.
every bit of it.
You do? Okay, let me
Look,
show you
I
another
pulled up
picture.
my address on that map, just a FYI.
So here's the
Man,
possible.
the
Yep.
hill that
So
you
this
have
is
to get to
another
get to
picture.
my
I don't know if
house
this is real.
look flat as pancakes from IHOP.
What is this? Yeah, if he was on, how did he remember her? And hopefully it was programmed in the phone. So he was able to open his flip phone, because you know he got a flip phone. Find EJ, Erica Jane, or Pat the Puss, or whatever he want to call her, and then call her. Oh, it was the old,
I
why do you
remember
say it's the
Kelly
older
said he
car?
was in the old car. What car was he in? Hell, the
Yeah,
Lex would
Lex,
have
any
told
car
it.
would have told it. I'm telling you, nowadays cars tell when you are hurt. You know he got a flip phone. Okay, so supposedly this is another part of
Flip
their
phones
house.
are
So
back in style now.
where's the cliff? Is this a switchback right here, Callie? Can you see the picture?
That looked like Mia over there at plastic surgery office. We're gonna need a
This,
new map.
this is another map. I don't know where we got this from.
What is a switchback?
Well, she said that the road is a switchback. This is just Erica's words, y'all.
What is a switchback though?
Is that
That
where
was
you can
Erica's
turn
words. It's
around?
just when she was moving her fingers, and the road is a switchback, and she started walking with her fingers.
That's why I was wondering, does it go in a circle? Is that what switchback
I don't
means?
know. And then
Why
that's
does
how
the
you.
house look like
I don't know.
what's
It
who
look.
put this map together?
Oh, I didn't make that one, honey. You know, I
We
just had
need to
to
delete.
delete the map.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's all. We got anything for
Denise,
Dina?
did you do that?
Oh, Denise, I think I did get it from.
Denise makes
Oh
good
Lord, but
art.
anyway, y'all ready to go to Huntsville?
Yes.
All right, let me see. Let me find my notes. Let me find my notes. Woo. So, what did y'all think about the episode? While I look from my notes, did
What
y'all
are we
enjoy it?
talking about? Huntsville.
Huntsville.
I thought it was actually a good episode.
I
I
Um,
did
thought it
too.
was really good. Let's see.
I thought I wasn't crazy about.
It's on the left of this picture. His house had a red. Oh, see what
But
we
what is
just
the
saw didn't have
switchback?
all
That's
those
what we don't
colors.
know. What does that mean?
Maybe we got it confused. Maybe it really was the plastic surgery office where Mia was at.
Me,
I'm
for her
confused.
Okay, well, so let's go to Huntsville. What's my name?
Okay.
All right. So you remember?
Wait a
I
minute.
thought it was really good. I really enjoyed Huntsville. I just watched it this
I
morning.
don't like, for some reason. I don't know if I like old girl. What's her name?
The new girl, Tiffany.
No, not Tiffany.
Okay.
We haven't gotten her yet. The girl who just got a divorce,
Yeah.
Destiny.
Destiny. It
Why?
was something that was really grilling. Like, first of all, she diverted that conversation real quick off of her.
To
And
Martell.
yeah, to Martell. And if he was quick enough in the mind, he should have put it
Oh, okay, Antoinette. Okay.
back and forth like going up a mountain. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what she just changed that conversation up real quick. And she seems combative. Like I know that Martell said that was her friend, but I wouldn't film with her if I was him. Like,
You want to
even
film with Destiny?
I wouldn't.
And they
She,
are
she
friends in
seems
school, in high
combative
school.
to him,
Yeah.
toward him, to me.
Well, I mean, I think because she's going through a divorce. Kelly, what are you
Okay, here.
doing?
Look at
Neither
my
one of
open
them are
house
going
over here.
through a
I'm
divorce.
sorry.
I mean,
Both of
they
them,
were
at this
they've been through a
point, are
divorce,
divorced.
and maybe when she was going through her divorce, and she kind of saw Martel was messing up his family, her family's not working, and so she just took it out on him. Sometimes you take it out on the wrong people.
Cause she's like mean, like it was nothing. Like it's like you. First of all, let's be clear. She ain't got no products in there. My daughter says that she go there, but she's gone there a
Kelly,
couple
what is she
times.
like
She
doing?
don't
I
hardly have
don't
no
know.
products in that store.
Well, so why wouldn't she do Martel's products then?
So somebody's bringing you products. To me, it would have been smart to just have a business conversation instead of. It just seems so combative for somebody that was once your friend.
Well,
It's
whose
weird
products
to me.
are they?
Huh?
So whose products are they though? Do you not think she had a valid
You
point? You talking to
said but that's still none of her business.
Yeah,
you?
That's
I
Wasn't
get
still
what you're
none of
saying.
saying,
her.
girl, you
Yeah,
doing this for free. You would do say that to your friend, like, girl, you doing this for free. You ain't
yeah.
got you.
Do you go on and on about it? Like
Yeah.
you go on and on. You decide as a person. You treat you to me that's not Martel's friend anymore. She wants to be Melanie's friend, which is fine.
Yeah.
And which is fine. She can do that, but she's not Martel's friend
You don't think
because
so?
no, she definitely don't talk to him like a friend. She talks to him like,
So you think it was because she wanted to know who the contract was for, because she needs to know what percentage she's getting for selling it. That makes some sense too.
but that no,
No, it wasn't.
no,
She
it
wanted
don't.
to
That ain't
know.
none of her business
Yeah.
either.
But
The only thing that she needs to be aware of is how much she can sell it for and what percentage she can
to
get.
get right, so she might
What
have wanted to see
she's
the
getting from a
contract.
contract or not is none of her business.
Also, if you had a business, you wouldn't want to see somebody's contract to make sure that they're valid and that
Absolutely
they're
not.
getting money coming in.
No, that's never none of your business.
It really isn't.
It's
She just
never
needs
none
to
of your
know
Well,
she's
I
business.
going
don't
to
know.
get
When I
paid.
do this with people, I was told
In
some
retail, all
information.
you do is if I'm selling you a product, if you had a clothing store, all I could tell you is that I got 10 pair of pants, 2 in each size, and I'm selling them for $5 each. How much I actually paid for, how much it is to make is none of your business. You either think $5 is an appropriate amount of money if that will
Or
work in your store or not.
Right.
That is absolutely none. Now,
I don't know.
you
When
don't
you're
want
dealing with friends, you gotta. I don't know. You need to know a little more when it's your friend, because friendship break up for so little. I don't.
nobody should do. I mean, it's just like I put it like this. I've done body butters. I used to do body butters. I did body butters and I made homemade lotion. How much I pay for my products when I put them in people's stores, it's none of your business. All I could tell you is that I sell a 6 ounce or 8 ounce for $6 or $8, $10 if so and so. Now, if
But
you're gonna buy retail, I will lower the price.
but that's a product that you're making. But
Correct.
this coming from someone else, you don't know if those products are good. You don't. He didn't even use them. He didn't know what quality they were, and you want me to
She
sell it in
didn't
my
ask
store.
those questions. She was too busy trying to figure out how much was in his pocket. She didn't say, "What's this?
Ask him
Oh,
to
what is
use
this
them.
made of?"
I thought she did
Smelling?
ask him, did he use them,
No,
and he
she
was like,
did.
no.
I mean,
Maybe it was a deleted
but
scene I
let's
saw.
be honest. What man is going to say most hair products or beauty supplies is for a woman anyway? Now,
Yeah, I felt like
you
he
should
was really
be
reaching.
knowledgeable of what you're trying to sell to people.
Well, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta know what it did to the person who you got it from. So he just getting these products,
Use my
don't know
business
how
and how
good
much
they
money
are.
I'm going to get for selling it in my store.
I mean, no, that was what I'm saying to you is that was never part of the conversation. The only
I
conversation
saw
that
it.
they were having was how much he making and whether or not he signed a contract. It wasn't what is this? What is this made of? That would have been a more appropriate
Right, I thought I
Yeah.
saw it somewhere.
no, she was too busy trying to figure out. He said something. He actually gave too much information when he said, "Well, I'm gonna be part owner," and then he said, "Well, I'm gonna be part owner of this company." She said, "You gonna be part owner?" He said, "Yeah, well, 20%." And then he's trying to go on, and she's asking him not about the products, but about his contracts. The conversation never was, or at least they didn't show that part. What is this? What kind of body butter is it? Because
Well, we need to know what it is.
yeah, but she never talked about that. When most people say they selling body butters, my first question is, because I've made body butter, is what are the ingredients
What's in them, right?
in them? Because most body butters are natural to the point where they don't even have some kind of
Like a fragrance.
no, not a fragrance, but something. I forgot what it's called. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. I got some right over here too, to make it last longer.
Okay. So
Um,
most of the time, you put the refrigerator to
no,
preserve.
preservative.
Preservative.
Yeah. Most
That's
people,
true.
like when I made my body butters, they were pure oils.
Yeah.
When I say pure oils, if you left them in your car on a hot summer day, it's going to turn
over.
back into an oil.
Yeah.
It was pure oil.
You have to put it back in the refrigerator, freezer, or something. Yeah.
Or leave it on the counter in the air conditioner and let it solidify again.
Right.
But when I made lotions, I had to add a preservative. There are more natural preservatives, so then there are others, and you want some that don't have parabens in them. That was to me an appropriate conversation. Now, if I have had this conversation and I just sold one body butter, surely a lady who owns
a store
should be able to ask these questions.
Well, maybe they didn't show it. I could have sworn. I'm gonna go look for that clip.
No, they didn't talk about it.
I think it must have been a deleted clip I saw on Instagram.
She asked him, "Why are you out here selling if you don't even know how much money you're going to make for it?"
Correct.
So they didn't get into her side of it. They really stuck to
his side.
Why are you selling something?
So if you had a brother or a family member,
and you've been
you
divorced
say
for
that
2
to them?
months, what you doing?
Like, why you doing this for free?
I can't really say. I could see somebody saying, before I make you part owner, let's see what you can do. I've seen that before.
For owner, but you still need to get some type of percentage.
He said
okay.
He said that. He said, I will be part owner. And it could be also, because if you think about it, the situation with the 40 acres, there were certain things that even before their divorce was handled, there were some business issues that they hadn't squared away yet. So I could see, him waiting may have been best.
So do you think that Disney knows that Martel may not be a good business person on his own? He might
not be. There's a lot of people, if you think about it, surely we don't think it was Melanie's idea to clean out houses for extra money when the foreclosures were going on.
We don't know. It could be. Women like to clean.
Okay, I'm gonna say that again. This was cleaning out houses. This was emptying out foreclosures.
Right.
We don't think that was her, or let's be clear. Excuse me, cutting the lawns, because that's how it started.
Yeah. So you don't think that a woman would start a lawn care business?
I'm not saying that she did or didn't.
I don't know if we can say that was all Martel, because I don't know.
I believe that it was. I believe that when you're a teacher,
you
don't make a whole lot of money.
And
I think he was hustling. He was cutting lawns. He got his contract, and he probably had a contract with a real estate agent. I think he did talk about this with a real estate agent. All these lawns that they had to keep cut of all of those. You have to remember 2010 was a mess. 2010, 11, and 12 was a mess in real estate. Because I bought my house in 2008. Every house I looked at was in foreclosure. So they were cleaning our houses, had a contract with a real estate agent. I'm making up a whole narrative. And, and a whole narrative. I'm doing worse than people on Facebook. Look, and at some point, he had the opportunity to clean our houses. He got Melanie to quit first. This is his story. Now that is true. Melanie quit her job first, and then he quit the next year. And they that was their original business. And then they were like, well, we could rehab houses.
Well, if that's the case, then why didn't he? Because that's what she does now. She teaches people how to do this. So
she was the paperwork. She did all the paperwork. Hands down. It's a lot of women that's like it. I have family that's just like that. I have two family members that both own families as families, have businesses, whose husband may have come up with the idea, but it was the woman administratively that got their business.
Got everything going. So she's the brain.
So she's the brain, and he was probably the bride.
The
Like
brawn.
you said, girl, you ain't never built my house in your life. When
So do y'all think it was wrong?
He ain't put no brick and mortar down.
He might not have put no brick and mortar down, but he went and got, they used to go, all of them talk about all those trips to Tennessee to buy stuff for the houses.
But I'm sure she did that too. She probably decorated them.
Maybe. And
do y'all think it was wrong for for Chris to go to Melody before Martel?
Oh, I thought that was jacked up.
Yeah.
I thought that was because he's sitting up here saying, I get business is business, but there are a million real estate realtors in the state of Alabama. My sister's one of them. And he went to his friend when he knew he had this huge deal so he could sell this property. He went to his friend. And while the friend could have 100% made up his mind on how he was going to handle business. Business is business. But as a common courtesy, your friend, he should have went to Martel first. Even Melanie understood that.
Yeah.
Even Melanie said, you need to talk to Martel first. She may already be trying to get a contract together herself.
I won.
But my point is, she even understood.
Yes, she did.
And this guy who's supposed to be your friend, he should have given him common courtesy.
Yeah.
That's the jacked up person, because you don't even, you have to do business. You still got to do business.
Yeah.
But when you know that he was right, Martel was right. I came to you on some friend tip. I could have used so-and-so.
Okay, so what do you think about Martel not having his business license? Is it license to sell? What is it that he doesn't have?
He has a realtor's license.
But he doesn't have what?
The construction, the builder's license. Construction.
He doesn't have a builder's license.
But Melody does, right?
Right, because she got everything in her name.
Right. No, she passed the test. I think you have to pass the test to do this. It's certifications and licenses that you have to pass the test. He did not pass the test. Chris said he's studying for the test. Martel didn't take the test, or he didn't pass the test. Melody did. Mm-hmm. That's how she got it. So either he couldn't pass the test, or he didn't want to take the test, but Chris is doing it. And he was mad at Chris for taking the test. Did y'all not catch that?
Did he say that?
Yeah. He was mad about it. He was like, you taking the test? You already know that I got people in place who have the license. Why do you need to? Because he wants to elevate himself a little bit more.
So Martel is just feeling offended that he's kind of put these ideas out there and reached out to his people for help. Mm-hmm. He wants them to help and then stop. Whereas they're helping and then they want to continue to excel.
He couldn't pass the bar, child, OC. He sure couldn't pass that bar. He trying. Oh, y'all leave.
When I looked on here, I Googled Alabama Home Buildings License Board. To get a license in Alabama, it says it's $25.
That may be a permit kind of license thing.
No. It says to build the state of Alabama Home Builders License Board.
It's $25.
Home builder's license.
So it must be something else he didn't pass. I mean, because I work for that type of stuff. You have to go through codes. You have to have certain licenses. You have to have certain certifications before you can get a lot of stuff.
And you have different levels. You can get roofers.
He don't have that level.
You can get the roofers. You can get the limited and then the new unlimited package. And it varies.
Right.
Do you guys know, have you heard of anybody that took Melody's class on how to start working with
the she has testimonies if you go on her Instagram.
It is a home builder's exam. No authorization is required.
It's some exams you have to take and certifications you have to get to build things and to get this license. And he didn't pass. I mean, he's mad at for doing it. And it's fine. Some people ain't good at tests. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking Martel for not being able to pass. But that's why he said he went to Melody, was because she had what was needed and the person asked for her personally. I do think he should have told Martel about it. And I mean, maybe he was like, well, I'm going to tell him later. Melody's my friend too. I'm going to go to her first, get a feel of what she wants to do, then talk to Martel. I don't know, but I think Chris fine, so he don't do nothing wrong in my book.
You know what, though? When they left the counselor's office, Did y'all pick up on the conversation that they were having when Melody and Martel were walking out? And Melody asked Martel, "Well, how'd you like that?" And he said it was good. I like talking to people that have had similar experiences because the
Mhm.
counselor talked about her marriage
Right.
and how it ended. And then she said, "Yeah, that's right, because of Chris and his wife had
Because
gone through
Davey
a
cheated on his
similar
wife. Yeah.
I
experience."
wondered, yeah, I caught that too. I wondered did Chris make a baby?
Exactly. And
Because
so when
yeah,
she said
because
that,
she
I thought
did say that. But
maybe
I
these are
thought
the
it was
next two castmates.
but I do know that Chris had an affair
Yeah, he talked.
because that was mentioned when they had that
Oh, that's right. That
argument.
was mentioned. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Martell
this could
mentioned it.
possibly
Like,
just
you
be
ain't
the
cheated, bro.
baby.
yeah.
Yeah. Martell ratted his boy out. That wasn't bro code either. So maybe that's Chris getting back at him. Like, you ratted me out.
I
Now I'm being.
think that Martell, this is just my opinion, but I think that Martell feels like the heat is always on his shoulder.
It is.
And and while there it should be, I do wonder how long is he supposed to be punished for this. Like he gets it.
Yeah.
If you didn't think he got it, you had to think when he was talking to the therapist that he gets it. He
Yeah.
messed up, and I don't want to say the words messed up. He messed up,
He bad.
and and I understood why he rejected Melanie's comfort because
Yeah.
she uses his vulnerability against him, because it's very clear that there are times when Martell has said he misses his family or he wants it back. If you notice, she throws it in his
Oh
face
my God, I don't know if I'm gonna
whenever
like this
they
comment.
argue. Whenever they argue,
What
not
she say, Joy?
she said it this she said it last week and she said it this week.
I missed it.
She said when she every time we turn around, you was just saying you want your family back, and he said for the kids or something. He that's why he left and even went out.
Read that comment. Read that comment.
He
He
got
it went away. As soon as he walked out the building, it was over.
outside. Yeah, like she throws it up in his face. Like it's
I don't see that.
and she did it on the very last episode. She's done this repeatedly. The argument that they were having, you can go Google that.
Why do you say that's throwing it in his face?
I don't remember.
Because it doesn't have a place in the conversation. She throws it because if they're not talking about them, they're talking about they were having a dispute about what was done on social media, and she inadvertently, because it was about that picture. If you go back to that day and look at that day that he posted that picture, she literally screenshot him sending a text message about wanting to spend time with the family on Easter. Okay. And him saying,
well, he posted about that. He posted that too.
Who?
Martell. He said he missed his family on Easter and he wanted to be.
Yes, but but my point is, he sent her a private text message. She continues to want, for whatever her reason, wants us to know, and I don't think it's really us. I think it's really Ariana. I think that she's talking to an audience of one. We just are subjected to it. That he still wants his family. When it's one thing for him to say, I don't want you, da da da. You was begging. I can understand her saying, you was begging me to come back. How much you miss your family? She throws it in whenever they argue. Now,
I don't see it.
She just go back and watch that episode. She literally said, you was begging to come back. You miss how much you miss your family. He was like, yeah, I miss my kids. He has to.
But
he's
today,
saying this.
What happened on the episode last night, though? It was a place for her to say that. Are you talking about anything that came up?
Yes, I don't know. No, it wasn't. Tell me what he said.
I'm confused.
That's a rejection of her, because that would be the only placement of you want your family back.
Okay, so what was this so I can go back and watch it? This was when he came to the house?
He went over to her house.
Okay.
When he went over to the house and he went in, go back and watch that scene.
That's what I watched.
And they kind of had a backwards and forward
Mm-hmm.
in front of the house. And one of the things that she mentioned, now this is literally about the picture that we've seen on social
Right.
media and him acknowledging his fifth child. And something else that I find weird, he can't acknowledge his fifth child in regard because he showed a picture of him and Melania, but she can mention his fifth child
To the
when
therapist?
when they are in therapy
Well,
talking
that's not
about
on social media though. In therapy, you have to talk out your issues. So she has to mention the fifth child because that's one of their issues.
when he said, I get
I mean,
that
you have
because I
to.
think how they handled it was golden.
Right.
I
I
think
think
it was
she
really
should have.
good. But he actually said to her, I don't want to talk about
But
this
they
child.
do. That's
Okay.
part of their issue.
She if
Then
I
you ain't
hear
had a good
you
therapist.
and I agree, but if he is having difficulty and is insensitive for mentioning their child, why is it that it's okay with her to mention it? To me, it seems like that's something that he should
Okay.
need to do.
Because she was not holding one of her children first day of school mentioning a fifth child. That
He
is,
did real. He
it
said
was a different
four down,
scenario. They
one
were
to go. That's a comment that all of us possibly who have multiple children would have made. It's not like he said, I'm going to go to
but
my
not after you've had a 5-year affair with somebody who's giving you a
They
blowjob
were
and has
divorced.
disrespected your wife
Now that we're
over and over
watching
again,
this,
and the wound is still there.
now that
There's
we're
a time
watching
and
this,
a
they're
place.
divorced. They're
I
not even
that
married
doesn't mean
anymore.
hurting. Divorce does not mean the pain stops.
So how
And you
long he's supposed to tiptoe around her?
that's
She
not
can
tiptoeing. That's just
but
being
it
a
don't hurt
human
her. But it
being.
don't hurt
That's
her.
just being a compassionate human that he does not have because he's
That's so
very
contradictory.
narcissistic.
So
And
how?
he does not
But
see
she's
that
so
his
hurt.
ways are the
She's
reason
so
he's
hurt.
lost everything in life and why he don't have 47 acres and why they are going through divorce and why he can't get a builder's license and why her career is
All
projecting
of
and
that
going great
still
and
don't
his
take
is
away
not.
from the
He
fact
caused
that
all of this
she's so
himself.
hurt that he mentions
And
his fifth child, but she's no longer hurt in therapy when he says, well, when we're dealing with our 4 children, but you got 5. He was like,
you got
I'm not
we said
talking
she
about
been
that.
hurt.
We're talking about therapy and our kid, but you got
He
5.
wasn't
But she
upset
ain't
about it.
hurt then.
She
And
Yeah,
just
she
said
wasn't
it
upset
doesn't
about
hurt
it, but
her
it did
then.
come up, Antoinette.
It doesn't hurt her heart then. But again, she's using it as a weapon. That's the problem.
Well, it's not
because
being
he was
used as a
holding her.
weapon. I didn't
Okay,
take it as
I
being
think
used as a
it
weapon.
is.
I'm
It
not gonna.
is.
I'm just gonna tell you.
He's having a general
If my
conversation
ex-husband
about
had a
their
baby
five,
on me,
four children,
if
and
he
she
had a
says,
baby
"You
on
got
me with a 5
5."
relationship, and he's holding my daughter and first day of school, and he's
Yeah,
not
but
just saying,
they
"Oh, I
were
had a
having a
great day," I took
conversation
my child,
about
and then he it
co-parenting,
would
about the
hurt my
relationship.
feelings. It just would.
Well, yeah,
If what
the
you're
conversation was
look,
about
I'm not even
co-parenting.
arguing
Me
that what you're
and my
saying
feelings are not easily
true.
hurt.
It's that
I
her feelings was hurt. I can agree with that. That's
if
fine. But your feelings are so hurt when he mentions that child because your child is underneath it. But when he's talking about, we have to figure this out for our kids. And he's having a general conversation with her. And then she says, but you got 5. And he's saying, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the children we have together. But you got 5.
he does, and that's part of their therapy. You cannot go through therapy and not address what needs to be addressed.
I think you can't pick and choose when mentioning this fifth child hurts you.
No, but Joy, if they're in therapy,
I don't think that was about a hurt moment. That was about a real moment.
Yeah,
She was just saying,
if you're there to talk about parenting,
yeah.
talk about.
But what he's doing with that fifth child don't have nothing to do with her.
She said, I want you to get your stuff together because you don't only have 4 kids, you have 5 to take care of.
We ain't talking about 5. Let's talk about our kids. Let's talk about our kids.
6:30, but that 5th kid
it's 5:30.
Will eventually meet their siblings.
Yeah,
they talk about it
eventually. Yeah, and I think the therapist handled it perfectly.
And
Yeah.
I'm not arguing and
come
saying
from
that it
Melody.
wasn't done well. I think it was done with class, and I think that she gave a really good example about Melanie being there and how
Listening to y'all, I say
yes,
she has a right to use it as a
I
weapon.
don't think she should use the fifth child as a
she's
weapon. No, I'm
using it
not
as a
saying that.
weapon.
I
Exactly.
don't think she
I'm
should.
glad you admitted, Denise. She
No,
is
she
using
says
it
she
as
has
a
a
weapon.
right to use it as a
She has a
weapon.
right. I don't think at that moment that was using that child as a
I
weapon.
think it
And that was
does
what she was
because it
saying.
stops him in
Martell
his
was talking
track.
Right,
about.
He
Antoinette.
stops him in his track. That's her way of checking.
No, the Martell at that moment was talking about he's struggling with the business. He needs to get his life together, and she before the children. And she was like, "Yes, because it's not just 4 children. We have to take care of 5 now."
How'd y'all feel about the
Why is that?
kids?
Why is that an appropriate place for
Because
her
they're in
Why
to mention?
not?
counseling. Because they're
I,
in counseling about the
you
children.
talking about the kid? I don't know. I've never went to couples counseling, but I feel like if I was in couples counseling and
But
my
it wasn't just
husband
couples counseling. That counseling was about the children.
co-parenting counseling,
Yeah.
right? It
That's
was
the part
about
the counseling is bringing
parenting.
up in.
Co-parenting with his.
But
It's amazing to me how you want to place her hurt. So she wasn't hurt that day.
I didn't say
She
That
she
was
day
was
she
hurt.
hurt.
wanna.
I didn't
No,
say she
Joy,
wasn't
stop.
hurt, but I don't think she
She
said
was
it in a
still
hurtful
hurt.
way to him.
She
You
was
I don't
can't
still
think
hurt,
she
pick
but
and
said
she
it to
was
hurt
choose
him
that
pissed.
mentioning it is insensitive and hurtful.
because it
And
was
then 2 days later, want to
okay.
Joy.
talk about it in a
I don't
third.
know how you can't see
Yeah,
the difference
because
between a
2 days
social
later
media
they were
post
in
and a therapy session.
counseling.
I don't get it.
The
The
fact
social
is,
media post,
Areola gave birth to that 5th child. They are siblings now. It has to come up
right? It's about the
eventually.
kids
That baby can't just sit over in that house and never meet
It
them
wasn't
kids.
about the kids when he said I got 4 down, 1 to go.
because
No,
it wasn't
because that was
the
into
one
that was in
child.
such
He
a
should
different
just talked
space.
about that
What are you
one child.
talking about?
Nobody else on social media. Social media is a
Simple as
weapon
how
for
to
him.
I
work.
That
can't
was a
believe I'm
weapon.
having this conversation. I
No,
feel like I'm in a loop.
I don't understand how you don't see how social media and a therapy session are two totally different things.
I
It's two
absolutely
Why is it
see
your
totally
that
turn to
different
even
they're
say
different.
that?
I
things.
Honey, you
absolutely
have to
see that
clean
they're
that room
different,
before
but
y'all
I don't
come
see
in.
how y'all don't see that
Okay, I don't think
he
you're
don't
gonna
have
see.
a place. You want him not to talk about your children. If
Joy,
Ariane was on social media or on that show talking about his other children and when we gonna meet your kids, that girl would bust a blood vessel.
If who was on there?
If Ariane was on that show
her name is
talking about
Areola.
when we gonna meet with our kids, when we gonna all meet,
If they all went to therapy
he
together,
would
which
bust a
maybe they
blood
should,
vessel.
Areola should say it in therapy. If they all did a therapy session for parenting, I expect Areola to say,
Yeah.
I want my son to meet your kids.
Yeah.
I do not,
I
I
agree
will
with
not
that.
be mad at her for saying it. Melody should not be mad at her for saying it
And
because it was
Melody
a
might be
parenting
mad,
therapy
but
session.
yeah, Melody
Now
might
on
be mad
social
because
media,
it's a sensitive
probably so.
subject.
In a therapy session for
And I would
co-parenting,
understand that, but
no.
yeah.
I expect her to say it. And I do believe she needs to be in some of those therapy sessions because they now have these other kids. Their kids gonna have to meet. They're gonna have to learn how to co-parent. They're gonna have
Yeah.
to Melanie probably gonna maybe if she will keep that child, Areola gonna keep their kids. It's gonna have to be done. I would
Yeah, no,
hate to be in a
and don't get we
situation.
don't want to go into a conversation about that because Lord Jesus.
I would hate to be in a situation where my man had another baby on me. Like it would just break my spirit. I just could not. So they gonna have to just deal with that. But I don't think he
Y'all
should.
watch Love and Hip Hop
I
and
Yeah.
don't. But somebody was talking. What's
because
Ariola? Her
Rashida
name is
and her
Ariola.
husband,
Coleslaw.
we agree to disagree. They need to keep their
Yeah,
business.
and I don't even know if the
I agree
therapy
with that
should
too.
be on the show. I don't think that it should. I mean, I know they agreed to do reality TV, but some of the parenting therapy stuff, I don't think that should have been shown on the show. Just like I don't think that social media post should have been shown either. I mean, I know they're doing reality TV, but that's dealing with kids and
I agree. Now that I 100% agree with. I wish they would stop that altogether.
yeah, they
I
gotta stop
noticed
it.
that he didn't respond, which was surprising to me. But he didn't respond
On what?
on that post about because she had 5 things that she posted
What?
after that after his picture.
I didn't watch Encore.
See,
I
I
watched it. It was
for
very funny. They a
all the
mess.
twin wigs talking.
What happened? I didn't watch
Oh,
it.
she was talking. All of them was talking about some. You got on the wig
Mm-hmm.
something, yeah.
Wait a
What's her
minute.
name
One
left?
thing before we get off of Holtz,
Okay.
like it's their show. I was cracking up when Melody walked down the stairs when Martel was coming over to get the kids. Now maybe
Uh,
she had something else to do. I don't know. But did y'all see that split in her dress? Yeah, she all
uh-uh.
the way up to
I
the birth
did. They
canal,
was
honey.
color coordinated too. She
Somebody
I
did.
said they
mean, look, the
suggested
ex
like
was
even their
coming over.
shoes.
She was dressed to the nines. That
What y'all
cracked
think about
me
this
up.
picture?
With
Now they said
heels on and everything.
them.
Gold heels, honey.
Mhm.
They
Black
said
and gold.
she
Squirrel
looks good
hair. Okay.
He had on shorts and
and the same color top.
And floor shine shoes.
Yep, and she did. He had on.
he had on church shoes.
Yes,
Yep,
he
he always
did.
wear them church shoes.
Maybe he was going to Bible study. I don't know.
No, he
Anyway, we
needs
can
to
move on.
go. I ain't gonna talk about him. What y'all think about them doing the confessional together?
I don't understand that.
Oh, what's his
Asked
name?
for it.
Tweeted this morning. Carlos King. He
Yeah, he asked
tweeted this
for it.
morning that he requested that they
Yeah,
do
he
it
wanted it.
together.
I like seeing them in confessional together. I
I
don't know
told
That's
why.
a
you
good
I
word,
think they getting
Antoinette.
back
That's a good
together
word for
anyway.
it.
I'm totally
Oh,
convinced.
no, bro. Now, no, Antoinette.
The
Let me tell
robe
you
and the
something.
scarf,
When you see
right?
your ex, you supposed to look good every time. You
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be like, look what you missing. I don't want you no more, but look at what you missing. You got to.
Yeah, they say I'm totally convinced that they gonna get back together.
I know. I hope not. I don't want her to get back with him. I don't.
Well, look,
And
when
I'm
Maurice
all
had
for
his ex on the
reconciliation.
call, remember Maurice, his ex was on the call with him and Kimmy?
Yeah,
She had on her little bonnet.
she did have. I could have been a little hair
Something.
wrap like Joy Well,
Was it?
but
Okay.
I think so. I don't think she. But you supposed to look good for you. I'm sorry. You supposed to look
You could
good.
tell she didn't want him back because she was,
Now she don't want
She
him back.
been
She's married.
married. She
Yeah,
she was
she's married.
bonnet
married.
down.
But so on Encore, do y'all want to talk about that? So Nivea left. What? I'm gonna have to watch it.
Have y'all seen the Nivea Candy interview though?
I have not. Was it
Oh,
good?
that
You
was a
know,
good
under the robe
interview.
after
Nivea
that.
was tired of them. They was getting on her nerves.
Okay,
Hmm.
so if she left, then it had to be major.
She started to throw Keely behind the wall. Okay,
What?
I was here for it too.
So okay, I'm gonna watch it. So it was good. What?
Hmm.
So what else happened? Anything else good? Did they make a song?
Who?
Have they finished any more songs on Encore?
And
No,
they have to, if memory serves correctly, they have to. Well, when Nivea left, that was the last episode. They have to record over all of the things that Nivea sung.
So she ain't coming back?
When it
no.
all boils down, they just really just want the twins and the girl from Cheetah Girls. That's all they want anyway.
I
What?
just
That's
don't
what it
understand
looks
them
like.
little twins.
Which twins?
The
Neither of
Felicia and
them.
Felicia?
Oh,
What is
yeah.
the issue with them?
I don't know, but
Wait a
they're.
minute, is
I
Amisha and
think
are they
I
twins?
wonder
Felicia and
were
Fowler?
they not being taken seriously in the industry and they wanted to come here and be super, super serious and get the job done, but they're mean.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
they're just
horrible.
a
They're
mess.
even mean to the producers, like the people who's supposed to be helping them.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope
They're mean.
Nivea comes back. I
She's
mean,
not coming back.
only one that can really sing. What
Nivea is
about
not
Shamari?
having it.
What's her name? Shamari. Is she still there, Shamari?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Shamari is probably the most
Shamari
level
has made the
headed
band. We don't
one
need
now.
no special announcements.
Huh?
Shamari has made the band.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she is the if we had to do an MVP, she
She
would
would
be
be,
MVP.
yeah.
Already.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's good. She understands the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm
She
gonna watch.
gets a gold star. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. Nothing happened on New York.
Girl,
Bashan and Sonya
that
got to
show was so
fighting.
bad. I'd be like, why am I watching it?
Like the midday trailer, whatever you call it, seems like it's gonna get better. Um, and what else do I have? The ladies connect with. Do you believe in that? That you can go to someone and they can connect you with someone who has passed away?
um,
I do.
Because
It's
it
never
seemed like that lady
happened.
knew stuff that a lot of people didn't like. They didn't even know about each other, like about Ramona's brother and all that stuff.
I believe that.
So yeah, I
Right, Denise.
that was the only thing I found interesting was that lady really did seem to connect with Ebony and Ramona and Sonya a lot.
Yeah, I
But other
believe it.
than that, that was all. So let's get into Dr. Dre, and he has to pay his ex
Chump change.
300,000 a month.
That's just wrong.
You think that's not enough?
No, that's not enough. What the heck?
You don't
That's
think
like
that's
somebody
enough?
No, that is
jail
not enough
contract.
money. We are talking about Dr. Dre,
That's like $3 million. Three times
Boys
12 is
from
So,
the
36.
Kelly,
hood. No, she needs no. She
what you
needs more
think she
like
need a
three
month?
million a month.
How many?
Whatever. Can you imagine what she's been putting up with for the past 24
I
years?
can only imagine.
I can only imagine.
No, no, that is highway, and it stops if he dies. She better go over there and smile at him every morning, take his vitamins, his Wheaties, his little healthy fruit shakes, snack things, go running with
Oh,
him.
so she had a prenup and she still got that? Oh, that's not bad,
Prenup.
y'all.
I don't remember about a prenup, but
That's more than
I
Ellen
read the
got.
300,000. Girl, please. And
Well,
he just had an aneurysm, so no, he could die soon. You never
so
tomorrow's not
why
promised.
did she divorce him? Because if he got all these health problems,
Especially when she had a prenup and got over that. What was her? What did her prenup include, Denise? Do you know?
we need to
Because
find the
to me,
prenup.
300,000.
That's not bad, y'all. I'll take
It
it.
is chump change for Dr. Dre.
How much is he worth?
What, 2 billion?
Oh,
And she claimed he was cheating.
I think that's enough for her. I mean, do they have kids? Does she have little
Yes,
kids?
they have kids. They have two kids
I think
together.
they kids is grown now.
But I mean, she ain't got to take care of them with their 300,000. She's taking care of herself. 300,000 a month. What does she need more than that for?
To live.
Look at how much that is a year.
If
That's
you've
it's
been living off of
36,
a
$3.6 million.
$1 billion
Right.
Three times, yeah, it's 3 point, yeah.
No, that's good enough.
It's at least
Okay.
3.6 million because that's
What else
three
did I
times
have?
12 is 36.
lifestyle, girl.
Oh shoot. Kevin Hart. I don't know what prompted this, but Kevin Hart and Nick Cannon are pranking each other. I don't know if y'all can hear the storm that's at my house,
Well,
but
he sent him that for his birthday.
the
He
llama,
sent him
right?
a llama to
For his
Kevin
birthday.
Hart. Nick Cannon sent Kevin Hart a llama for his
Llama.
birthday.
Yeah.
And so he took
What?
a picture of it and then posted this. They said he did it in New York.
The
For
billboards.
any
Yeah.
advice on
Billboard.
fatherhood, call my
And
best
that
friend
was
Nick
his
Cannon.
real number.
Yes, Nick has to change his number, y'all. I was like, that's I don't understand, but that is for fatherly advice. Nick, I don't want no more kids, but maybe by Nick we might do it. I don't know.
That's cute.
Kristen's not going back to Basketball Wives. I don't think anybody's going back. Do you think they just need to cancel? Because
Who?
Yes.
Evelyn's not going. Evelyn's not going back. I heard OG wasn't going back.
OG is not going back.
I heard
No.
this. No, she's not going
He was
back.
the first one that said
Yeah, and
going
then
Oh,
back.
Evelyn
I
said
have
she
to know that
wasn't.
OG
What's
is
it?
not going back.
They weren't gonna let her come back anyway after she had recorded all of this
He
stuff.
said he toured up 3 years after, and she only getting that money until the divorce gets finalized. It can go up.
Oh, what? Yeah, Nick said he. Do you think Nick's trying to have these kids? Because somebody said he wanted them for like stem cell stuff. Did y'all hear
Yep,
I
that?
don't think that, but I do think that
I do.
I do think that I know two
What's
men
that?
that have sickle cell that are infertile. So he's actually really lucky because I think
He
over,
has lupus.
I mean, lupus, not
Okay.
sickle cell,
Okay.
that are infertile.
All right.
And I know two men. And after, usually you're not infertile when you're younger, but you become infertile over years. I've known women like that had their kids young on purpose because they have lupus.
But would you not have it by the same person? Like having these
Well, I
multiple people.
think I don't know. I think that these women aren't arguing over each other. So I don't know what his I don't
Oh,
it doesn't seem to be a scandal. Can
right.
I say it like that?
Yeah.
Usually if it's like two baby mamas, they going at it. Like it's not a
Yeah.
scandal.
No,
So,
they don't care. They doing it and they're fine with it.
yeah, so I do believe there was some kind of concession, so to speak.
Yeah,
But
I do too.
You
what's going on
know,
with the what's going on with the CBD? So they got mad at her for doing marijuana, but CBD is okay. Is that what it is?
Okay, so CBD, most of it doesn't have THC, or it has such a small amount. It doesn't get you high. I can't remember who that was. It could have been you, Denise. Now they do have some CBD that does have a higher content of CBD, but usually it doesn't get you high. Now I'm talking about headshots. I mean, what do they call head shops? Now, when you're talking about legal marijuana, medicinal or recreational, that's different. They do have CBD, obviously, with THC. That's different. But I'm talking about headshots. In other words, anybody over 21 or 18, I say 18 or 21
I
in
don't know.
Missouri, you go to a head shop and buy some CBD. They sell CBD at grocery stores.
They sell that Food Line
Yeah,
here.
in the line, right?
Yeah.
Those don't have THC in it, or it's so minimal it won't show up on the test. And the ones that is higher, that's in the head shops, they usually tell you, and it don't get you high. Because I've bought those in a head shop before, but
What's a
they
head
tell
shop?
you don't do nothing but make you go to sleep.
What's a head shop?
It's places that's usually called head shops. They sell
Oh,
smoke. It's literally called head shops.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're like they're usually
if you
CBD
consume
shops.
enough of it, it will get you high. So they should be treated just like the THC. Oh my God, I don't know nothing about this stuff.
I don't know. I set
Now,
up
I
one.
but
don't, you would
Shakari
have to
Richardson,
consume a whole bunch of it though. And when I say that, like a whole bag, like because when I went to a head shop, because the percentage is so low, there was one particular bag that you could buy that had a slight amount of THC in it, and it doesn't get you high. Like I guess if you take the whole bag, maybe, but who would do that? You might as well, if you want to get high, go get you
I
some.
mean, is it in the form of a muffin or something? Or
It's
No,
probably a gummy bear.
the ones that I had were like gummies.
Gummy
Okay,
bear.
so let me
I
also
can
say
see how
this.
somebody could take a whole bag of that.
I eat them.
It did okay. I guess when I went to a head shop, I did because I had anxiety really, really bad when my father was sick.
Okay.
Really, really bad. I had a constant felt like something was sitting on my chest.
No, Denise.
And is it far though?
Is it fair,
Is it fair
that
though? Can you?
Safari got for marijuana, but these
both of them ain't number downers.
right? So
I don't understand.
Yeah.
But THC, that's what gets you high. That's
Yeah.
what gets you high.
That's what's in it.
But is that enough to stop Shakari from? Why would that pull her out of the Olympics?
Because it's just one of the drugs that they ban. Basically.
And also CBD isn't illegal. You can walk, like you said, in a grocery store and get CBD. You can't go in a grocery store to get, because even the ones that have the higher level of THC, you're not gonna find those in the grocery store.
But what
you have
about
to go
those?
to a head shop, and they'll tell you that this is what has a higher THC. So if you're gonna get dropped, you don't want to take this.
So now maybe I haven't read specifically what Denise is talking about. Have you guys? So there has been somebody who
that's on cannabis
as having the non-illegal portion of the marijuana.
Yeah.
Because and they're probably doing it to manage pain, because CBD does have medicinal properties. So if you have like inflammation and that sort of thing, or I'm sure the runners and the athletes have those kind of issues, and it relaxes you. That was the whole thing about the anxiety. That was my purpose for taking it, because my anxiety was so bad. Now, I haven't been since Missouri has legalized medicinal marijuana, because once my father passed, like my anxiety went away.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was almost, there was a sick part of me that was really confused by that.
Yeah.
Because when you lose somebody who had been sick, I didn't understand. I didn't want to feel like it was a relief. I almost hate to say that out loud.
I know what you mean. Because they're not in pain anymore. They're not suffering anymore. It's like
but it went away, and
Yeah.
I haven't even gone back. And that was like right before the pandemic. He died the 18th of March of 2020.
So if
Right there
Shakari would
at
have
it,
just
yeah.
done CBD, she would be okay. But
Correct.
because she actually did the marijuana THC,
Correct.
she's not.
Correct.
But had the girl done too much of the CBD,
She
then
could.
she could have the same levels.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Like you have to, like I'm telling you, to get to like I don't know what I used to buy the bags. They might have 12 gummies in there, and it would be like 350 mega
Milligram.
milligrams or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell you to take 2 to 3 at a time. But it doesn't, I'm assuming, but if you take 5 grams of THC, you high. And I just took 3 or 2 or 3, and it's if they're at 35, I just took 70. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's not the same potency.
But a gummy that has like 10, because most, I'm assuming, like gummies have like 10 like milligrams. So if you cut it in half, you're going to get high off a half.
Right.
Because a lot of people that smoke marijuana don't like taking food because they can't control it. They can control a puff
like
pass.
The muffins and the brownies.
How high they'll get with food or edibles.
Okay, that's so in this case with the Olympics, there's no real complaint that can be made.
It's just no comparison because you can get THC anywhere.
Yeah, you can get that.
CBD anywhere. I mean, you can put and the CBD you can rub on your leg, on your knee.
So it can, and your body can absorb it, basically.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, you can, like if you have, because the very first time I bought CBD was a rub.
Okay.
It was that I literally rubbed on my knee. It was literally a rub. And it was almost like a joke. It was like, put this on your knee.
How do you
I was like,
oh, food?
Because it's the marijuana's inside the food, like the brownie or the butter or the whatever.
Wow.
But it was like a cream.
Mm.
It was a cream that you rub on your knee. And but when I went to Vegas, I just wanted to see what a dispensary looked like because I thought the whole concept was like so wild to me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they had everything. You have to
be over 21 to go into a CBD.
Yeah, and you have to show your ID,
your license, and everything.
Yeah.
But they had everything from like Rice Krispie treats to candy to pretzels.
They had everything. Yeah.
I was just fascinated.
So people have to buy that stuff, bring it home, and lock it up then from the kids.
Oh,
I would. Because
it was very easy if they came across it to think
it looks like candy. Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
pretzels up.
It was somebody selling something called, they kind of look like what's the name of them candies that kids eat? They're like gummies and they like sour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But they had marijuana.
We eat all them, y'all.
So they were called, so what is it called? Sour Patch?
I love
it. It was called like, it wasn't called Weed Patch. It was some kind of clever way that they had Stony Patch. That's what it was called.
Wow, I like that.
Stony Patch.
So it looked like some kids. It looked like something that a kid would buy in the store.
So, what is the slave thing?
They make
dip. I know somebody who makes butter. What about the slaves in Mississippi? I don't know what that is.
The slaves in Mississippi? What about the slaves?
So, have you heard about the slaves in Mississippi currently? What?
There's slaves in Mississippi now?
What?
What is happening? I'm too sheltered or something.
That better not be. Another thing I wanted to talk about was.
Wait a minute, I want to know what she's talking about.
Type it up. Reasonably Shady is now going to have a YouTube. I listen to them. I don't know if y'all do. I really think they're very personable. on the show. If you listen to them, you would probably see them so differently than they are on the actual Housewives show. But they're going to have a YouTube.
I still listen to Candace's show.
I can't get into that one yet. Oh, let me see. Denise said something.
Candace has a show.
Her and Leah Lemonade or something like that.
Also, that's what we're doing now. That's the name of it.
So, well, yeah. Where did we watch it about the slaves? Yes, slavery ended in 2013. What? The cotton picking truth. Okay, we'll watch that. I don't know if I'm gonna want to watch it though, I don't know if I want to watch it. So Callie shared this where he went to space in a dildo.
Oh. What?
Was it Bezos? He went to Amazon, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Who is that?
The bedroom candy rocket girl.
He went to space.
That's what he went to space in.
Oh, okay. I don't understand how the candy coated is there.
Because it looks like the shape of a.
Oh, I get it.
And wait a minute. And that was a meme from me. There's hundreds of memes that people.
Yeah, they talked about it. Meg the Stallion. She looks good. She's the first rapper on Sports Illustrated. I thought that was really good. I'm very proud of her. Is there anything else?
She looks just like my niece. It's so weird.
Really?
Yeah.
And then this is Gloria and what's his name? Derek Fisher.
So she married the side dude.
He married the side chick. She did it.
No, he was the side dude. He was he married when that happened?
Well, she used to. Matt Barnes, was he Matt Barnes' coach or no?
No, they were teammates. They were teammates.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Hold on. Who side what?
So she was married to Matt. And Matt had gotten word that she was messing with his old teammate. So he drove from Vegas to California to whoop his tail. And they have since they've been at parties together. They've been pictured together. So you kind of get it's the dust has settled. But that was years ago. And when I say years ago, like 2015 or 16 or something.
Laura's the sister.
Gloria and Matt, they got married?
Yeah, they did get married. She left the show. Because if you remember, they had broke up.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
But then they actually got back together and got married. They weren't even married, I don't even think 18 months. And apparently at some point she either, I don't know if they were like, I don't know what the situation was, but she was messing with this guy.
Yeah.
And he caught word. And he drove across country to kill her.
She cheated on him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he cheated on her, I'm sure.
I think that's the way it looks.
Yeah.
Whether or not that was reality, because it could have been, oh, you left me, I got you.
Right.
That's because you kind of get the impression that may have been the thing, like, but he just didn't like who she decided to be with.
That's pretty bad.
Bold of her.
And so that was his teammate. But I want to say he was married.
I think he was married. I
want to say he was in the process of a divorce.
Yeah.
So they both got divorced, and it looks like this weekend they got married.
They look happy, and they've been together for a while, right?
Yeah, that was like 2:15.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking, boy, I wish she was still on basketball.
Because I would love to watch it.
Yeah, they look cute in those pictures. Those are beautiful pictures.
Well, I'm gonna watch the Cotton Picking Truth because I can't believe that somebody was on the plantation in 2009 in Mississippi.
Yeah, I'll be watching that too.
Up until some people still was slaves.
All right, let me see if I had any other notes.
I think that's it. I don't watch Love Island. I still need to watch those other two y'all told me about, Family Karma and Cartel something. And
I just picked up the Cartel where it is. I
Family or Fiance, yeah.
This week that I had on my DVR, I think I had like 3. I like it.
I'm gonna watch it.
I like it. Like they're real. The main guy on there, I can't remember his last name. I kind of Googled him. His mother was like a real cartel boss. Like she was like the cocaine queen of Miami.
I have one more thing. Kiki White was at Nene's Lounge. And Nene sung, I don't know if I was going to show the videos, but I didn't. But Nene sung a few things with her, with Kiki. And Kiki is pregnant again?
Girl, why? How many kids is this? Like 11 or 12?
What's wrong with her? She was
She
pregnant.
is pregnant again?
She had on house shoes and a little cute dress, and she was singing at the lounge. I'm gonna post the videos. I'll post them.
Because when I posted that thing on Facebook saying no, she wasn't performing, she'd be in labor, I was just joking
I
because
thought
she's
you
had
knew.
so
That's
many
what made me
babies.
go look. No, girl, she's pregnant, or she looked pregnant. I mean, if she not, I'm sorry. But yeah, you got anything
Blessing to
else,
the
Callie? You
look.
looking at your
That's
notes?
kids are a blessing.
Anybody else got any notes? That's all I had.
Let's see.
Denise, you want anything else? Who's blunt?
Antoinette, Tea and Honey,
Yeah, I'm happy y'all came today. Make sure y'all
Blanco.
send people our way. We're gonna start sharing it out a little more. I think we're at the spot where we can start sharing us a little more. We done hit our groove. I think we can share it out just a little more to other places. I was kind of holding off to make sure we got it, but I think we do now.
Okay.
Anything else, y'all?
No, I think that's it.
We did good. So let's piece it out on 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. All right, y'all be good. We will see y'all next Sunday. Remember, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Is that all y'all we got? That's
YouTube.
all we got. All right, y'all be good. Peace out.
Peace.
Sharing our stuff, Denise.
Thank y'all.
All right.
Monty.
Thanks for watching.
Where we at?